Cheesecake Factory?
Mm-hmm.
I've never had their wings.
Oh, dude,
I couldn't tell you a singular thing that I've ordered at Cheesecake Factory because of how not memorable it is.
Well, I'm fat as fuck, so like the chicken wings are really fucking good. The Cajun fucking shrimp pasta is good.
They make good salads. I like their salads.
Their salads are bomb too.
Fuck salads, man.
What?
Nah, man.
Salads is what
you can get a really good salad. Like,
I don't think I've ever had a really good salad. I've only had one, so it's fine.
well, yeah, your ratio is
Wawa.
Yeah, if that's your bar for salad, you have not eaten salad.
Yeah, it was kind of shit though. I also got a bowl today, and I was like, I don't want a salad, so I got like rice and beans because I like black beans. They're very good to me, and then I like rice because if you don't like rice, then you're stupid. Sorry.
That is the rules.
Yeah. So I get that with like chicken on top of it, and just like a little bit of like little sprinkle of cheese, and the rice is like cold, and I'm like, cool, that's gross already.
Right.
And then the beans are also cold and feel like they haven't been cooked since like 8 a.m. And it's like 2 when I pick it up.
Yeah,
so I'm
not
like,
good.
cool, dude, this is great. Awesome.
Great
So,
Wawa going experience.
yeah. So I just ate the chicken and like the cheese off the top, and then now I have like a bowl of rice and beans to microwave later.
Look, now you have a prize for the end of your day.
Prize is a word.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I couldn't clean that up. I couldn't make it sound like it was
Neither
a good thing.
could Wawa. They couldn't clean shit up. But yeah, man. I don't know. It's been a week.
And it's Sunday, so that should say a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can say that again.
Oh, man, aren't we full of energy in the
Yeah.
beginning of this
I mean,
one?
I'm fine. I just don't know what to talk about.
I don't have any coffee in me.
You should stop getting a McDonald's coffee, not a McDonald's burger.
Yeah, that's going to put you down.
Yeah, that killed me.
Clearly.
It's okay. That should be okay.
Just slap yourself in the face a couple times.
I did that on the way in.
Just like, wow, wow, wow. And
Do
just-
it. Do it.
I look
do it
like
so
I
the
was
listeners
sitting
can
over
hear.
here fucking Luke hanging, like bicycle kicking myself in the face on the way here.
I'm just trying to imagine your body contorting to do that. Just like your lower body
It's like a
disconnects
cat,
from
you
the
know, when
spine.
the cat's like trying to like scratch like those funny videos of the cat where like
Yeah.
they're trying to scratch themselves, they just kick themselves 18 times in the face.
Your lower back just like extends
Yeah.
4 feet, and your spine just disconnects. And it does like the whole
Kicking
X-ray
me.
thing from Mortal Kombat. And then it's just bicycle kicks on your face like it's a fucking like one of those punching bags.
That's literally
head
how it
back.
was on the way in.
That is funny as hell.
Oh god, yeah, man. I don't know. I'm exhausted from the week. My legs hurt. I was squatting a lot.
Yeah, how was that Ring Fit treating you?
I actually only played it once this week, and when I played it, I was like, "This isn't." I didn't think it was not. It wasn't that it wasn't hard. It was like I just wasn't having a good time with it. I was just like, yeah, I get what I'm doing, whatever. I'm running in place, blah, 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 whatever, and then doing all these squats. But I was like, why don't I just, like, do the squats and, like, just do it faster instead of having to, like, kill all these enemies and shit and then just go for a walk somewhere.
Right.
And, like, actually have a good time. Like, let's get into the real world type shit. So I have, like, a 10-pound dumbbell in my room that I had when I was actually lifting. And it was just for, like, off days. And I just started, like, doing buys, tries, and shoulders. And then once I did, like, 3 variations of, like, curls. So it was, like, I think hammer, Superman. Is it Superman? No, I don't think it's Superman. What's this one? It's just straight up. There's, like, different names
That's
for
just
it
a
and shit.
curl.
Yeah, it's a standard. I don't.
There's, like, a
Standard bicep
specific
curl.
one that, I forget the fuck it's called. But, like, there's one where you go up like this and then
The
go down
reverse curl?
slowly. And I fucking hate it.
I love reverse curls.
I hate
do
it and I
those.
love it. Because, like,
Yeah.
it's, like, it hurts like a bitch.
But it works.
But it works like
Yeah.
a bitch. And then I was doing like some triceps because like I'm not gonna lay down, so I just like put it over my head and just extend it out. Shoulders, and then after I finished those with like that, I just did like 30 squats with it like in between my hand, and my ass is just like
Got an ass that won't quit.
no, I don't. And that's the problem. It's quitting on me.
Your ass didn't save before
I
quitting.
wanted to get to a point where it's there.
That's insane.
It needs to say before quitting. Right now, it's just quitting.
No, man.
This episode of Silas is Chris's ass quits.
That's good, though. Like, I can't wait.
Turtle
to
power.
Yeah, they're gonna think you quit the show
Yeah.
when they read the title.
Oh god.
I can't wait till we do that challenge, though. I definitely want to get a ring
Yeah,
fit.
man. It's funny because like I was talking to like a couple buddies about it, and they were saying like they want to get it too, and they're like, it's sold out everywhere, and I'm like, no, it's not.
No, there's a
It
million
was
other-
at one point.
At one
Yeah,
point, yeah.
it was like beginning of quarantine, like
Yeah.
which was quite literally last March.
Yep.
It's
Crazy.
been a fucking year of hell.
Yeah.
And like they're back in stock now because whatever. But
Walmart
they're not great.
Yeah,
to be honest. Like Ring Fit's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, but still,
It-
it's
it-
something to motivate you to do something. You know?
No, it's not. Because I don't want to turn it on. Not when I have Mario
Hey man,
Odyssey,
there's
man.
Well, if
there's
you have-
success
if you have
stories
the
off of
one,
Ring
then
Fit
yeah.
right
There
now,
is.
man.
There. Don't get me wrong. I'm still playing it. It's just like I could turn on Ring Fit, or I could turn on Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Which one am I gonna have a better time with?
That's saying I can move or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And one of those sounds fucking amazing.
That sounds like having
Tell me about
legs
it.
or not legs.
That's why I can't. Like, I have to go to the gym. If I
Yeah.
leave it up to me in my house, I'm like, there's a couch right there.
I wish I could go to the gym, but I don't have a gym membership anymore with like the one I used to go to, and I technically have one with work, but we found out that the gym that we have the membership for, the owner of it is like really lax about people wearing masks, so he doesn't care. And I'm like, I'm not okay with that.
I'm not okay with that.
already. And then we find out, because there's like a news article about it, that apparently the owner of that gym was one of the people that rented buses to get people down to go to the Capitol riot.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, I don't want to go to this gym, even though my company is paying for like, this gym membership, which is great and all. I'm like, I don't want to.
It's like you want to go to come and like
Yeah.
pick a different gym.
Yep.
Well, it's in the same building. Like, it's in the same building structure,
okay, all right.
which is the crazy part. So, like, we're on the one side, and then you just walk through the inner hallway, and it's on the opposite side of the building, right next to, like, this, like, nice food spot. Mm-hmm. But, like, I'm like, dude, I just don't know if I can morally go into this gym.
Right.
But I'm also like, my ass doesn't want to go into this gym because I'm lazy.
Man, I kind of started back up this week. I took about 3 weeks off, and so I went back, and it doesn't take much. Like after 3 weeks off, I pulled up to the gym on Monday after work, and I just sat in the parking lot and just looking at the gym. Like, but it's one of those things that once after like 2 days, I'm like, all right, I'm back into it.
Yeah.
But that initial get back is always the worst.
Yeah. Ever since I hurt my back, I've been out of the gym for 2 years, and it's the worst. It's like I really want to go back.
No.
So, but I'll try and find a safer way to do it this time.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself this time, man. You were fucking Superman. I used to go with you, yo. I used to go to the gym with Nico, and he was hopping off of like, what were those planks? Just like, no, you gotta climb up, hop off. I was like, I'm sweating. I can't. Like, I'm gonna go do this over here.
Yeah, calisthenics actually will kill you. Like that's the one thing that I did the most, and it was like, you have to limber up a lot for them, and I was already having issues with my back. So like when we were doing the calisthenics, I did it so much, and then I did the squat challenge where you do it every 2 days, but every 2 days you change either the rep or the sets. So you either add a set or you add more reps to the sets you're already doing. So by the time that I ended up hurting myself, I was already doing 225 squats.
That sounds like not fun. I do
So-
like 30 and my ass hurts. man.
So literally I was doing that, and I was losing a lot of weight. Like I lost, I think while I was going with you and the other coworker that we had, I lost a total of 55 pounds in 2 months.
Shit.
Yeah, I gotta give it to you. You
Yeah.
was in there.
So like it was good, it was working, and like I wasn't changing the diet too much either. And I was just being fit, but then like what I already had pre-existing from a fall that I had, one of the LARP events, it just got worse, and I just didn't know what was going on. Doctors didn't tell me, and then later on dislocated 2 discs, and that was it. Yep. So 6 months after being laid out, managed to be able to get some physical therapy, and
Now you can
But-
bicycle kick yourself in the head.
yeah, now I can bicycle kick myself in the
It's
head.
the American dream.
But yeah, definitely gonna go back though. But I gotta finish my physical therapy first.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, priorities, man. Don't hurt yourself.
Gonna do
It's
that
never
first.
worth hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Get a little yoga in you. So limber up some more,
Yeah, that's what I have to work on. Mobility, just losing weight. Maybe change the diet a lot more than I did before. But I'm looking forward for that Ring Fit, trying it out.
Yeah. It's fun.
Start out
Don't get me
slow.
wrong. The one thing that I'm going to be interested with you is like, since you have to like constantly run when you're like
Yeah.
moving to place, there's a way to do it where it's silent mode. I don't know what that is because I didn't choose it, but I'm curious because with your apartment, like the
Yeah,
floors
I'm on the
already
second floor,
creak.
yeah.
They're kind of creaky already,
Oh, yeah.
and it doesn't like your dog makes the creak floor. The floor
The
creak.
floor, we
Yeah, we got
Brain.
you. We knew exactly
Catching
what you
up.
were going for. Yeah.
Okay,
the floor makes you creak dogs.
But-
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go on.
yeah, you creep on dogs. Anyway,
Your
but,
creaky dog on the floor.
But yeah, like I'm curious to see what that is compared to the running mode. 'Cause I feel like that's where people are getting like the actual results from. Because like you're constantly moving just to make your way through the fucking level. And dude, it's something, man. It's pain. It's pain.
Actually, like talking about the Ring Fit, I was looking around like some of the videos and whatnot, and like during one of the many breaks that I took at work, on one of the TikToks that I saw was a guy who modded the Ring Fit to be
play Breath of the
recognized
Wild.
on Breath of the Wild.
I saw that and I hated it
And that
because I was like,
that
this
was
is a
crazy.
I was
great
like,
idea.
that would be a great idea.
No, it isn't. No,
Yeah,
because
it would be great.
the only way it's a great idea is if I'm running and like I walk into water and I actually die in real life when I lose stamina. That's the only way that it's okay. If I die in real life, sure.
If you die in the game, you die for real.
Oh man, but yeah, that was something that was interesting.
Yeah, I like
The
that.
way he modded it.
I feel like I'm getting more into it because I've been looking at a lot of Alana Pierce's Instagram stories because she's been doing a lot of like fitness shit and like sharing like not necessarily just specifically gamers but people who follow her and stuff that are like gotta get my like workout in even if it's just 30 minutes of sweating and I'm like fuck it like I'll do that like I don't care like I just need to move. I went on a walk earlier this week in a park, and I brought my brother with me. I was like, dude, I just need to go for a walk somewhere because it was that nice ass day we had.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I don't care. Like, I don't like outside personally. Like, I'm not that guy that's like, oh, it's beautiful outside. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I'm not that guy either.
It's beautiful outside when it's raining to me. Like, I love the rain. Like, that's my beautiful. Not to sound like a depressed kid from the
Running around
90s.
the rain.
You know what? A nice day will kind of change my mood. Not like I need to go outside, but I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, it's a refined energy to a nice day. But
I feel that, but yeah, I went for that walk. That was nice, but yeah,
it's nice.
I hate it because that nice day really killed me because I was sitting here going, I could have went to a LARP event.
yeah.
Really ran around like
That's the worst, man. Like being at the office and looking out the window and just seeing how nice it
Yeah.
is. I hated that, dude. Like I'm just sitting in my fucking cubicle, like, and the window's right there. I'm like, I fucking hate this.
yeah.
But yeah,
It sucks working like the midday too, because like my day starts at 9 or 8 o'clock, and it ends by like 6, 7 o'clock. So it's like I lose the whole day.
yeah.
So like even with the time changing, like now, I used to get out of work and it was some sunlight, and now with the time changing, now there's back to nights. So it's like I won't see daylight. So it's like I go in the warehouse at nighttime, 6, 7 in the morning. I get out of work, so it is 7 o'clock. It's like all my
Not much
daytime's
time for
gone.
fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because then you actually have to do actual work
Right.
after that. Because
Because my school.
nothing of the shit that we do at our actual jobs means shit to us.
Yeah,
no,
then none
at
of it
all. Because
matters.
all I'm thinking about is the pile of stuff that I have to do that I actually want to do that I could be doing during these 8 hours of work.
Yeah. I feel like I gotta figure out a way to do that. Like, I was talking to somebody at work. I'm like, there's gotta be a way for me to, like, set up on my work computer a remote access to my computer at home so that I can just work on shit with, like, video editing or, like, even just animation and stuff. But it's all running on my computer at home. I'm just, like, piloting it from here.
Right.
And he's like, I mean, there is, but, like, they're gonna be able to see it. And I'm like, dude, our fucking IT department's idiots. Like, they don't know how anything is going on here.
Sounds like you just need to go work for IT and then just do it.
Honestly, fuck it.
Yeah, right. That would be a way around.
Be
it.
probably more
That
than I
would be
make
a
right now.
workaround.
Yeah. So you're making more and you can just be like, fuck this job and then just work on your
I
IT.
don't know if I'd be able to deal with it though, just because the amount of idiots that like with I work with Nico's partner Nicole,
Oh, yeah.
and she's not IT, but she's almost treated like IT by all the people that work there. So they'll call her and be like, "Oh, it's not working," and it's always stupid shit like my password's not working. She's like, "Okay, well, what are you typing it right?" And she's like, "Yeah, obviously." And she's like, "Okay, well, what's your password?" And like gets it from them and puts it in herself, and,
And
like,
it
yeah,
works.
it's working. Like you're an idiot. Like you're just an idiot. Like that's it. They're all just old idiots or young people that are stupid.
Or young idiots.
Yeah.
Young idiots. Yeah.
There's two people in this world. You're either an old idiot or a young idiot.
That's it.
Yeah, there's no in
Smooth
between.
brains.
No in between.
Smooth brains all around.
Yeah. All those fucking smooth brains of that company.
But yeah, it's just work stuff. As long as we keep on grinding and our people keep enjoying our stuff, which we love you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, work sucks.
You make it all worth
She left
working.
me roses by the stairs. Surprises, let me know because she cares. Say it ain't so.
I will not go.
Singing this.
Turn the lights off
Carry me home.
and start the show.
All right.
All right.
That actually
gonna be the theme
rhymes.
song.
That actually
Yeah,
fucking rhymes.
yeah.
Okay.
No, 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 no. Level up, gamers.
Yeah.
Sunday, WrestleMania. Anyway, level up, gamers. Welcome back to another episode of the Save Before Quitting podcast. This is episode 23. I am joined by my fellow co-hosts.
And
Nico.
And you can follow us at Save, the letter B, the number 4, Quitting, at every single social media that you can put your little fingers on your phone, your dirty little phone screens. That's
Dirty
Twitter,
little phone screens.
Twitch, Instagram, TikTok. Gotta post more TikToks. I know, I'm sorry.
I'm a dummy. I named this session 22 like we didn't already do a 22.
This is 22 part 2.
No, it's 23.
The 2.
It's 23 and I'm done. Let's go. 22 brain cells.
And you can
Come on.
also reach out to us at our Gmail, which a couple of people have done this week. Thank you again to those people. We'll get to you in a minute. At Save Before Quitting, fully spelled out, at gmail.com with your questions, concerns, your insults, anything you want to say to us, or if you just want to, send us something.
We're open to those insults, so we probably
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah. But, reach out to us and let us know what you're thinking about the show. And when we ask the question of the week, answer the damn question of the week. I think someone actually did this week,
Yeah.
which is pretty good.
Right.
So when we get to that person, be like that person. Cool.
Please.
All right. And then now, time for the weekly segment. What have we played this week?
Let's start with Nico. What'd you play this week?
Unity. That's what I played. I played Unity and Visual Studios 19. That's what I played. No,
19 entries. Wow.
I actually played Astrobot.
What?
Yeah. I sat down, finally set up the whole system and all that stuff.
It's the best game ever, right?
Yeah, I have to say I really am enjoying it. Like I downloaded,
Case closed.
I literally downloaded all of the stuff from the PS4 into the PS5. Got all the games in there. Everything is installed nice. And then I got lucky because I picked up Ratchet and Clank for free. And then like all the other games that were for the month. So I got those in the library and whatnot. But I was like, should I play Ratchet and Clank? Should I play Astrobot? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit down and play Astrobot. It was late at night. So I just sat on there and literally I was like just playing it. And I went to like the first little like jungle world.
You chose
And-
the jungle first. I
Yeah.
see.
And then after that, it was just like, I just kept playing. Like,
It's addictive.
I got so into like finding all of the little like nuances
Little
and
Easter
the little
eggs and
like
stuff?
Easter eggs and stuff. I was
dude.
I love the shit out of this game. And I just like went through it. And then the following day, when I noticed it was like super late at night, it was like 2 a.m. I was like, oh shit, I've been playing this for like 2 hours. I should be
Work's
going to
gonna
bed.
suck tomorrow.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, should be going to bed. So I ended up went to bed. But and then the following day, I did a little bit of Unity work. Did some games for a project. I did some projects for a game, for my game class, and then after that, I just played a little bit more and got everything set up to be able to start streaming, which will probably be sometime later today. I'll be streaming.
Which would be Sunday for the
Sunday.
listeners. So
Yeah.
you missed it.
You missed it if you
you
didn't
How
know.
missed it.
dare you missed it?
How dare
So-
you miss something you
We
didn't know
tell
was
you
coming?
every fucking week to follow, and you missed it. You
But-
motherfuckers.
Right.
But yeah, you'll be able to catch that
dare
also on
you.
YouTube once
Yeah,
that gets
we'll
uploaded.
edit that up to little stream clips.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. You played a
Yeah, I
game
actually
this
played a
week.
game.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I did.
Shit.
Games have been played.
I've been actually taking some time to like do that. To like give myself even if it's just an hour or 2 hours, like during the
Yeah.
whole week to like just refresh and sit down and like just get more research because it is true. Like you don't play as many games as you would as a dev because you're just basically creating your own. But it's always good to sit back and like sit there and just enjoy a game. And even while you start off as a dev and like learning all the stuff that you need to do for a video game, it kind of turns into a research, and you just do it naturally. Like you're sitting there as a game and you're like playing, and you're like, oh, I know how they did that, and then you just like subconscious, it's just working.
Or you don't know how you do it, and then you research.
And you research it.
Now you learn something. Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Sounds pretty cool.
That's dope. I'm glad you finally unboxed the PS5 because I was getting antsy just
No,
seeing it there.
I know. It was just like that first week when I first got it. It was just like super hectic. It was like the biggest part of the project coming up, and I was just like, you know what? I'm getting into midterms. That's gonna be next week, and it's like I should really buckle down and get some stuff done before I get to enjoy myself.
Nice.
But can't wait to actually mod that PlayStation. I think I might do something crazy to it.
Are you gonna do that to the original shell, or are you gonna get a different shell?
I'm probably gonna do it to the original shell. I'm not too tied to it, really.
Damn, man.
And not only that, it's like I like the colors, I like the design, but it's just like plain white.
But it's clean though.
Yeah.
It's clean. I mean, I'm not one to talk. I bought the black plates that still haven't come.
I mean, I'm gonna see if there is customizable plates for later on.
Yeah.
And then maybe I won't mod the original just
That's
because I'm
I'm
gonna
thinking.
wait. But
I'm thinking that people are gonna need those original plates, and I feel like if you think about it from like a 5-head play, that's some stonks right there. You take off those plates, and then some idiot's like, "Oh shit, I dropped my PS5,"
and they broke it. Yeah,
and they broke those OG plates.
Yeah.
What do you got? You got your OG plates, but you don't want them anymore because you got this dope modded case. So you sell them to him, and guess how much you sell it for?
Money.
So much fucking
Yeah.
more.
There you go.
They're actually worth.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. I was like, I was
so
thinking
much
of
fucking money.
taking up on that idea and just be like, let's see if I wait until some amazing 3D printer out there. It's like, hey, like stock plates or whatever color, and I'll just buy one of those and mod them instead. So
I dig it. I mean, they'll probably end up coming out with their own soon. Cause
I can see that coming in within the month, 2 months at most. Because now that
Definitely
they have to be, it has to be coming.
If there's not one by holiday this year, I'm going to be so confused at what Sony's doing. Like,
it wouldn't surprise me though if they didn't, because I think they would just sell an entirely new PlayStation at that point.
Yeah,
true.
They'd sell you a whole PlayStation 5.
I think they should do that, but I think they should also like have like those like basic plates out. You know, like do like one that comes out with God of War Ragnarok. Like we talked about this before, like a special edition with like the plates.
Yeah, get the remote and the plates.
Yeah,
I just know how business is going to interrupt that. Yeah. You're going to be like, well, buy this God of War whole PlayStation 5, and they'll be like supplementary.
I mean, like, you can do both, where you end up having 3 different sets of the game release. You have a stock release, one with a steelbook case, and then one that comes with a collectible, and then you have the system version.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're losing anything. You just have an extra item you can sell.
But they're gonna try to like. They'd rather sell someone that already has a PS5 another PS5.
Make that like shell RGB too, with like the logo that they showed. That would be fucking.
That would be crazy.
Turn like a little remote and be like pink and
now
stuff.
Give me ideas. Stop.
Someone's just gonna make that now.
Stop. Now I'm gonna have to start modding my PlayStation.
Creative Commons came out of my mouth.
All right.
And it's recorded.
But yeah, that's nice. What I did. What about you?
I played a lot of games this week, surprisingly. I played a little Apex. I don't have fun with that game anymore. But I
like the new season.
It's so well. The season's been going on for a while. It ends in like 9 days, I think, because that's when the ranked season ends. But there's so much weird stuff going on with it. Like, I want to play just PlayStation people, but it won't let me. Like, you have to have the crossplay thing on PlayStation. But it just came to Switch. And, like, all the people on Switch are, like, complaining for the same reason. Like, oh, I'm playing it on Switch, but I'm playing against PC players who are so good. Like, because, you know, you have an advantage playing on PC, which I can at least admit, too, because I've played it on PC and I've had a better time.
Right.
But that's not where my friends play. And my stuff's not there. So, I'm like, I want to turn it off. But when you turn it off on PlayStation, you don't, like, matchmake right away like you do with it on. And it takes, like, God knows how long. But on Switch, apparently, you can turn it off and you'll just matchmake immediately.
I mean, you have how many Switch players going compared to the PlayStation?
there's a ton of PlayStation players. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
when I'm
Well,
getting in these
maybe-
games, it's majority PlayStation players. But then there's like the 3 or 4 like teams that are just like PC master race, jumping on you like when you're in the middle of a fight, squad
see that.
wiping you and the other team. Like you don't even have a chance to even like click something, and you're just dead.
Right.
Which is irritating.
Apex does have anti-cheat, doesn't it?
I don't know about on PC, but on like consoles and stuff, yes, I think. But yeah, that it's becoming less fun, to say the least. I also bought Mario Odyssey. That game is so much fucking fun, and I really wish that I bought that instead of Breath of the Wild to start off with, and then get into Breath of the Wild, because now I feel like I'm gonna beat the fuck out of this game into oblivion,
Before you
and
touch
then
that
go
one.
back to Breath of the Wild.
Like,
and
what the
have-
hell was I doing?
I'm gonna have such a bad time in Breath of the Wild
I mean,
again.
I
I was just starting to have fun.
You got to start off with a bang. Well, I started off with Zelda 2, but
Yeah.
Mario wasn't out when Zelda came out.
I mean, it seems like you're having fun with the Zelda now, though. I jumped in.
Well, I was just
some of your
starting.
streams.
Yeah, I was just starting to have fun, but like I'm gonna be playing Mario for so long because like this is so much fun constantly, and then I'm gonna beat it. I'm like, okay, time to go back to Breath of the Wild. I'm not gonna know what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm just getting my ass like pounded for hours again, and I'm not gonna like it.
She said.
Is it?
That's what she
I
said.
don't know.
You tell me, is it?
I don't know who this she
You're
is.
lucky that you're like, don't listen to this podcast.
I just heard that's what she said. I don't know who she is.
Sure.
It was a rumor going around that she said that.
She said that. She said that.
But yeah, that game is fun, man. I was even playing it like before we started recording. Like I just love playing. I brought my Switch specifically to play Mario Odyssey.
I'm actually
Yeah.
kind of jealous. I need to get a Switch case so I can
Yeah, man.
bring it with me.
Into Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey's like on sale everywhere now too.
Yeah.
I was pissed about that too because I bought it on
I think the sale
Walmart.
ended yesterday.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
I mean, Nicole has it.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Oh, all right, you're good then.
Yeah.
I literally have all 3 like Mario Switch games. I got Super Mario Party, Mario Kart, and Odyssey. So
You gotta get that new one, right?
yeah,
Or what's it, Bowser's
Bowser's
Fury?
Fury.
the
3D
one that I'm
World?
missing, yeah.
I gotta get that.
I see it all the time. Apparently at Target you get like a free water bottle if
Yeah,
you buy it or
it
something.
has like
Oh.
a decal on it. and stuff.
Just make it like $40. When that Mario sale came up, I was like, good. That has
And
to
then
go
that
on
one's-
sale, right?
yeah.
The only Mario game that didn't go on
mean,
sale.
it's
Which
really
makes
know
sense
they're
because it
gonna
just
do
came
it.
out.
Yeah.
But I was hoping. I was like, put that on sale.
You were
I'll buy it.
hopeful.
I was tempted to get Luigi's Mansion because I love
Luigi's Mansion I heard was good.
It was fun.
I watched like I think 4 hours of gameplay from Uber Hackster Nova on YouTube, and like every ghost like boss that he took down, like all the fights were so cool and so much fun looking, and like just exploring around the whole time. Like
It was good.
Yeah, I hear that the multiplayer is fun too.
I didn't know
on
there
that
was
game.
a multiplayer.
Yeah.
Or is that when you play like as Luigi?
You
with
play
your
as
friend?
Luigi.
Okay.
yeah.
No, but there's actually a multiplayer mode though.
Oh, is it like
yeah.
a campaign?
Yeah, and
like
you're all
multiplayer?
4 in different parts of the
Oh, that's
building.
cool.
Yeah.
That's
I dig
dope.
that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that Ring Fit because gotta get back into shape. That's not circle. God damn it.
They're making you ring fit. They're gonna put
Yeah.
you in a circle.
But yeah, I gotta start doing that more. What else have I played? I started playing my guitar more recently.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, in real life. Getting back into that, my fingers hurt like a bitch because I restrung the guitar because my strings were like 4 years old because it was hanging on my wall. And I was like looking at it one day and I'm like, I used to be able to play this like decently. I should probably start back up. And now like my calluses are gone, so now they're reforming and it's pain.
Oh, geez.
It's just constant pain on my fingers, and that's not good for gaming.
Right.
My dainty fingers need to be ready for gaming. But what else did I play? I played some Valheim again with the boys, having a good time with that. We're on like some snowy mountaintop now. Recently, we just found
I wanna
where
play
there's like
that game.
wolves and shit, and they are like really strong and one
Damn.
shot us. And then there's like these like rock monsters that are equivalent to one of the Titans in the Hercules movie.
Oh,
If you know the,
yeah,
the
yeah.
giant rock dude, and he just beats the ever loving shit out of you, like, and then dragons and stuff. That's so
cool.
much fun. So I think that might be it. Maybe
That's a lot of games. Bro.
it's a lot of games. I haven't had much to do. I don't really have plans that occur that much.
Yeah.
That occur.
Yeah, I had a lot of plans last week, but then nothing happened this week, which, it's fine. But yeah, just chilling, playing games, and,
Good
Life.
stuff, though. Yeah.
Sure.
It is. Appreciate it. Hug it. Hold it tight. Don't let
Listen,
it get away.
man, don't get me wrong, I love it, but at the same time, I'm like, there's a lot out there that I'd rather be doing right now.
Well, I get that. I get that.
We all would.
You just need a little bit of both lives.
Yeah.
Need a balance. Everything is balance.
Column A and column B. You gotta have a little.
I just don't have column B. That's the problem. I only have column A.
Make your own column B.
Build it yourself in your factory.
Just blow it up.
You go straight to build the bitch. You'll be able to get one done.
Let's just take the subtlety out of it.
Yeah, it's just being subtle as fuck. You're just like,
Build
you know
the
what?
Yeah, just blow it up to build a bitch. Just build that bitch.
Yeah. But yeah, what have you played, Ant?
I have played some Mario Maker 2 with Trenton.
Nice.
Yo, I feel like I have a Trenton story every time, and that's becoming my thing. Like, one day I'll play games for me.
Oh, man, I have a child. It's my thing. I can't believe it.
Yeah, right? Something with
Like-
that. This kid thing I've been doing.
This guy's complaining about fucking column B over here.
Yeah, right.
Meanwhile, I gotta build a bitch for fuck's sake.
Well, there's a title for the episode. They're gonna be like, what are they talking about on this one? This isn't even game related. No, I was playing Mario Maker with him, and he's like young to the. I think I talked about this. When games get hard, he kind of wants to like quit. But we're playing like cooperatively. So like if we're playing together and we're going through it, and we get to a part that he loses at. And when you lose in Mario Maker and there's two people on the screen at once, you respawn immediately.
Right.
So it's like you don't really lose, but he lost he kept failing at this one part, and I'm just kind of going through the level.
Right.
So he's like pausing it and quitting. I'm looking at him like, I'm playing too. Like you just like, I'm succeeding. You're taking my fun away now because you're losing. But whatever. I had to kind of talk him out of it. Like, yo, man, like I had to make it into like a life lesson. Like, yo, like when there's other people involved, you can't be selfish. You have to like if you're having not a good time, maybe figure out why. And if you can't get around it, but if you want to leave a situation, you can't make it affect other people who might be enjoying the situation. And it became a whole talk like that.
Damn, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
column B, you got to be a different person.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, though. I mean,
Shit.
Gaming has taught us a lot of stuff, like when we were young all the way to now. So it's like...
It turned into a lesson about selfishness and accommodating other people around you, as long as... On the inside, I'm just
level.
like, I was fucking killing that. Like, he was like,
I had so many coins!
Right. Oh, man. He's all like, I don't like this one. I keep falling in the hole. I'm like, that's your problem. But, that would go completely against the lesson I was trying to teach him.
Oh, shit. That's good.
I can't be like, you have to accommodate other people unless it's me and I'm winning. Then fuck that. Like, I can't say that to him. And I was winning. So after that, what else did I play? I've been kind of busy too, like Nicko. I've just been content. So I've just been mixing and recording and mixing and recording, et cetera, et cetera. What did I play yesterday? I played something yesterday. I was hooking up some old games and going through a list of old games. And this will go right into our next segment, the news. But I'll say some of it now. If that new Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge got revealed by the same people who did Streets of Rage 4, and that was the hypest I was this week.
I think that's the hypest everyone was this week. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of left field.
I was at work, and it was one of those days I was up super late. I was up super late all week, but I was at work just a zombie, just autopilot, doing my job, bags under my eyes, like moving slow. My phone goes off. I'm reading it. I'm just like, wait a minute. I go into the tweet. I watch the video. It's like I had like 10 coffees. I was like I'm at work and I'm not surrounded by people like you guys aren't there anymore. So I'm not surrounded by people I can like, have you seen this? So I'm like having like a panic attack. I'm like, I don't have anyone. No one can share this with me.
I need to tell someone.
So I'm hitting up you guys and just go like, yo,
Yep.
please watch it. I need a reaction.
I literally watched it, I think, at the same time as you, too, because you messaged, like, right as the video ended for me. And you were like, yo! And I'm like, what are the odds that we just fucking both saw it at the
The
same
worst part
time?
was, is like, I got all of your messages all at once as I was, like, just starting the video. Because I got a minute. I was, like, right there on my break. And I, like, clicked it. And I was, like, looking through the, like, it popped up on Twitter. And I was like, oh, click on it.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it. And I was, like, reading it first. And then I saw Ant's message coming in on Discord. So I saw Jack coming in on Discord. Then I saw my cousin coming in as a text message. And two of my cousins, like, on Facebook. I was like, what just happened? And I clicked the video. And I was like, like, once I saw the video, I was hyped. I was, like, super hyped.
I was texting my homie Jay because he's a huge Turtle fan. Like, all the Turtle shit, like, when those, like, the more current Turtle movies came out, the Michael Bay ones. Yeah. Like, went with him. We went and go. So, like,
They weren't bad. They just
I didn't think they were bad.
You know, like, they weren't great.
They didn't leave, like, some kind of lasting impact, but they were fine for what they were. But, I hit up CLD because he's all into it. So, like, I felt like when that trailer dropped, the world found out at once. At the same time, everybody found out. Because immediately, the entire Twitter feed is everybody like, fucking Ninja Turtles. That moment for the week, that was the hype as I was all week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Same. Like, I'm actually surprised because, like, even that dev company, like, came out of left field with Streets of Rage 4, and then all of a sudden, like, they dropped this, and I was like, I want them to keep doing this.
Yeah, I was like, if this is what these companies are going to keep doing, please keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because I saw that, and I was like, all right, y'all might as well remake the old X-Men arcade game, make the Simpsons arcade, just do all of them.
Yeah, look at the arcade thing, just hit it on a freaking...
They do Scott Pilgrim, too, right? They did that?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Well, the company that's making... Emu was the people who made Streets of Rage 4. They didn't make Scott Pilgrim, but the company that's doing... They're working with the company that
like they're the ones that are, like, causing it to come out.
Right. They're working with the company who made the Scott Pilgrim game.
This company can get it. They're, like, getting to, like, respawn levels for me. Where
Yeah,
it's just, hey, sir, how you doing?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Anything you do is gold.
Right. Please keep making games.
Like, they really should just take a Russian roulette and just, like...
Just
hit
spin
that and just spin it, throw a dart at him, and be like, "This is what we're doing next."
Like, what property
Out of
do
all
we
the
want to throw a dart at?
arcades,
What property do we want to bring back now? Like,
Do it.
Just do it.
But I brought that up to say I saw that and it immediately made me want to play the old Turtles games. So, and we may be doing that. Hint, 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 hint.
You better be doing it. I'm gonna be pissed off.
But I was trying to get those up and running, and I got them up and running, and I played a little bit of it. I didn't want to play too much because I'd rather play with my friends. While I was
playing Mario Odyssey, you were just zoning into old ass games.
Yeah, but I sent you guys the video. I was trying to make it work yesterday.
Yeah.
And getting it to work, it's just like, well, I'm here. So you just grab the controller.
You gotta make sure it works,
right.
You know?
But yeah, man, that's what I played. Those two things I played. Other than that, I've just been doing a whole bunch of recording and mixing and content stuff this week.
That's good though.
Yeah,
some good shit.
Yeah.
Great. So that was the first segment of the news segment.
Yeah.
News segment.
So
that
Turtles
game
is
was
back.
Shredder's Revenge and that intro.
That
The
intro was
intro
so
caught me
good.
off
Classic
guard,
Turtles
man.
stuff.
I thought it was gonna be like a reboot of the cartoon again, just from the intro, because it wasn't like in like the, I don't know if it's 64-bit.
The 64-bit, yeah.
It wasn't in that. It was like animated, like really clean. And I was like, this is the cartoon.
16-bit.
16-bit.
Yeah,
It was 16. Yeah, 16-bit.
I was like, this is super fucking clean. Like, this is straight up like the old cartoon from the 90s or like early 80s, 90s-ish area. I'm like, this is the cartoon. They're doing another cartoon. They're rebooting the cartoon. That's cool.
Technically, if they were to come up behind this and be like, this, we're making another. I'm like, all right, it makes sense.
Yeah, do it. I'm also pissed because, like, the hype around this, and CLD might be able to relate to me. I've been trying to find Ninja Turtles figures for so fucking damn long, but they sell out so fast. And when they sell for double the price because people scalp them out. And I'm debating right now because there's two things that are happening. There's a restock happening at all Walmarts randomly of the movie Turtles. Like and it's like 2-packs of like Raph and Mikey and then Donnie and Leo. And there's 2-packs, $50 each, 100 all together. Like, dope.
Whenever that happens, yeah.
Yeah, when I find it, that's the one I want to get. And then the same company, it's NECA, they're like, okay, well, we're also doing these Turtles in Disguise ones, which I told you about like weeks ago. And it's them from one of the old episodes where they all go out for like
trench
pizza
coats?
in the trench coats and like the weird white guy face and shit and pants and like jeans, you know? And it's all 4 turtles for 100 in a giant box together with like interchangeable eyes, like you can change their expressions and shit. And I'm like, which ones do I want? Like, and now I can't decide because, like, I'm gonna get one. That's that's my rule. I just get one set of turtles and that's it. And I don't know which one means more to me now.
I probably get I would get the ones without the outfit on.
No, yeah.
Well, like you can take the outfits off.
Oh, so they're just regular turtles.
It's a regular turtle underneath their cloth clothing.
Okay.
So
I'm
it's like
thinking
cloth trench
I'm
coats
thinking it's
and
just
jeans.
on them. Like
No, that's why it's so hard.
Right.
'Cause it's like, do I get the fucking movie turtles, which are like iconic and like great, or do I get the cartoon turtles, which is pretty much what the games looks like?
yeah.
Like they also make video game turtles, which have like pixelated paint jobs, but they're just repaints. Don't want them. Fuck them. Get out of here. But like, they made one that was a Loot Crate exclusive because NECA bought Loot Crate, and it was a shell shock turtle. So like when he gets like zapped in the game, like any of them, and it's a glow in the dark figure, and his like head sculpt looked like disgusting because it was like the mouth like wide open, like he was screaming. And the only way that it looks good is if you leave it in the box. He's like in the pose, and you just shine like a light on it and turn the light off, and it looks like he's like lighting up because it's glow in the dark. But yeah, man, I don't know which ones I'm getting. CLD, if you find either of those 2 sets, let me know because I will shoot you money so fast on any money service that exists because I need turtles in my collection.
You got Cash App.
You got Cash App, you got Venmo, you got PayPal, friends and family. I don't care. I'm sending it your way.
I'm sending you money on Spotify somehow.
I will send you money through Facebook if you want. Through gift cards. I don't care, man. I need turtles, man, in my
I'll
life.
give it to you in any currency. V-Bucks if you wanted it.
Do you want V-Bucks? I'll give you V-Bucks. That's the next fucking characters that are going to be in Fortnite.
Oh,
the
yeah,
fucking
that's
turtles.
true, yeah.
Honestly, it's kind of like it's almost
happen.
like it's almost an obvious thing. Like I could see it happening.
That's going to happen alongside with this release.
I hope that it's
straight
just,
up.
I hope that it's just Raphael though.
No, it's all 4. But you
have
choose
to
which
take all
bandana.
4.
I know it's all 4, but it's like I would only like the only one that I would understand with the whole idea that we have with the whole like, you know, turtles going around with AKs and stuff would be Raph during that time that he was like, I'm just gonna be a night vigilante and wore the whole
Jose
like
Canseco
Batman thing.
He didn't have a gun though.
No, he used
this.
in some of the comics he would use like his enemies' weapons and there would be like guns and shit and he would use.
Oh, I see. I don't know about the
That
comics.
was that gritty ass shit.
Yeah. But,
Not Gritty, the NHL mascot. Gritty as in like
Gritty.
That's
black
that
and white.
NHL shit.
NHL.
Gritty is my spirit animal. Yeah, I'm hype on that shit.
But I'm excited for that. Just
Yeah.
the Turtles. It was,
And we will be playing that.
Oh yeah.
Like when that comes out, that will be a series. That will be on streams.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
Like y'all didn't even have to ask us. Y'all probably saw that trailer and just have to know we're going to play that game.
Oh, yeah. If we didn't play that game, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The band broke up at that point. If you don't see us playing that game,
We all had an issue.
right?
But,
Knock on wood. I'm not speaking that into existence. Fuck that.
Take that out of space.
Yeah, I don't even want that to be a possibility.
What else
But
happened?
being the hypest story.
Better question
we
is
had,
what else mattered?
Nothing matters.
Really. For anybody out there that plays MOBA games, League of Legends is having a new champion coming out. Whoop-de-doo. They get one every other 2 months.
Somebody cares about that.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to the guys that made Little Nightmares 2. They sold over 1 million copies.
Good for those guys.
Yeah, they did pretty good.
There are a lot of people talking about it too.
Yeah,
like Little Nightmares did better than I assumed it would.
And I saw the gameplay for the second game, and like the big spoiler is that this isn't like a follow up to the last game. Like apparently there's like rumors where this is supposed to be a prequel to the first game.
And it's not, you said?
And it is. That's what it is. Like a lot of people are saying that. Oh yeah, it looks like it's a prequel, and I was like, yeah. If you look at the gameplays of the two, and like you connect certain things, it kind of like shows you like this is like a prequel to what that one was.
Oh, the deal with Bethesda and Microsoft is officially complete now.
That's officially complete.
So Bethesda is officially Microsoft.
They said that the last game that's gonna be out for all systems is gonna be the last Skyrim game.
No, there was a thing that went out that said their words were there will be exclusive games coming to Xbox, but some of them won't be. Or the other way, some will be exclusive and others won't.
Oh.
They didn't definitively say this is what's exclusive and what isn't, but there's been such an uproar about it on Twitter that people want to know. Like, I think obviously Deathloop, they already said they had a pre-existing deal. Deathloop is going to be on everything.
Well, that was the question with everybody saying that. What about like Elder Scrolls, due to the fact that everybody was waiting for the next game, and then they gave us a glimpse, and then that's all we heard of it.
Right, and I think Elder Scrolls is one that I could see being on everything just because of the pedigree of what Elder Scrolls is. I think the major one that people are thinking about is what's that new game, Starfield coming out?
Yeah.
And they're like, they think that's going to be, well, not they, but people are like, well, that's got to be Xbox exclusive, right? That has to be like, it's such a big deal that it's coming.
Yeah.
But I don't know. No one knows because they didn't specify. I think everybody's waiting for them to specify what's exclusive and what isn't.
Yeah. And we don't know if we might get something later on, like a video or something, like a press conference or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, is Eldin Ring is Bethesda, right? That's supposed to come out? No, or is Eldin Ring from Software? I forgot which one. What is Eldin Ring?
What's that?
Eldin Ring, that game that they teased, was it last E3?
The Elder Ring, I think that was not Bethesda.
I feel like I could be wrong.
That's not my type of. Isn't that like the Skyrim universe type stuff?
Yeah, it's not mine either, but I know that was in the news.
No, that's from Software.
It's from Software?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So forget that. I knew that was in the news because the trailer leaked.
Yeah.
The gameplay trailer leaked, and it was like you could tell it was leaked because it was like off camera, like somebody was taping it, and they were supposed to drop an official trailer and decided not to now because the shit leaked. Mm-hmm. So
and actually, I gotta look on it, and it's actually it looked good for what they show for what it was leaked, but it's like I wish that it hadn't, because like we've been waiting for that game for a while. I think it's been in development 3 years now. I think.
I don't know how long it's been in development. I just know what I saw.
A lot of people were really waiting for it, anticipating it. So.
I know the guys over at Haptic Intel, they did like a watch through of it and like criticized it as it went through. I only watched a bit because it's not my type of game, but if you're interested in that game, go check out their video of it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Shout out to them.
Mm-hmm. Not much in the news. I think Turtles just killed everything.
Yeah. After that was announced, that's all I kept seeing people talk about.
Yeah, there was just little things like I am reading or rereading a article from Screen Rant. Mm-hmm. That they finally released that series of God of War comics that Santa Monica Studios working with, and it's called God of War: The Fallen God, and it's supposed to focus on the inner turmoils that Kratos had during the game, that like was kind of like off-screen shows of like what was going on, like the constant like what's her name showing up. Like the one god is showing up often during him being in that death plane, and then Zeus showing up out of nowhere and talking to him and stuff like that. So that apparently this comic is supposed to fill that small void that we didn't get of like why was he so like so forward and wanted to like hide from like everywhere else. But the first issue is out, and apparently immediately it proves everyone who played the game. There's towards the end, you're finding all these cabinets, and when you open them, you get like a story of like what's going on and all that stuff, and Atreus translates it to you.
Those like triptych things.
Yeah. So like one time he opens one of the cabinets is actually like destroyed, like right before you get one of the parts, and it shows the different symbols on the actual cabinet. Well, the Ohm symbol is shown, but it's like broken almost. Then you have a symbol that it's supposed to be like signifying like Asian culture, like religion. Then you have another one, which is the Eye of Osiris, which everybody was wigging out about because the last one was, of course, the one that was for like Norse gods. So pretty much it showed Norse gods Eastern Asian culture, and then you have the Egyptian gods.
Right.
So in the first issue, it's already leading to where it might go towards what happened in Egypt, or if he had gone to Egypt before going here, or if we might get prequel games that might be leading towards Kratos being in Egypt before being.
They definitely have a lot of places they can go.
Yeah.
In this story.
It's like an Assassin's Creed game. Just go to a different place.
Yeah.
Right.
Give us gods.
I mean, he murdered everyone in Greece, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm done with this place,"
Yeah.
and like disappeared. So it's like God knows what happened between that stretch of him leaving, Pandora wreaking havoc, and then.
True.
So that's actually kind of interesting. So that was one of the things that I found that was interesting during this week.
Apparently they're making a, what's it called, Demon Slayer game as well. And, like, I keep getting told to watch that series. And, like...
Me too.
I watched one episode, and it did not grab me.
You have to give it 3.
See, that's the problem, though, with, like, shows. Like, if you have to tell me that I have to get through, like, a certain amount of things, I'm already off board.
No. This is just me telling you from, like, the weeb perspective of my own life of watching anime is... Anime to be able to get you, give it 3 episodes.
I can't do that, though.
And in like all animes, like all.
I guess
animes.
I'm just not a professional weeb.
Because like even like My Hero, when I first watched My Hero, I'm a huge fan. So is Nicole, and we have a bunch of friends who are like a huge fan of My Hero.
I'm a part
but
of
it's
that.
like
The first episode got me for My Hero.
for me, it didn't. Like I sat there and once I hit the 3rd episode, I was like right on the 3rd episode, we're like, all right, I'm watching this. And Nicole was the same way. Like, she was like, this stupid-ass story, this stupid-ass hero story the whole way through. And then we hit that 3rd episode, and we both had that moment where, like, yeah, we watch it. And then we binged the whole thing.
I think I might just be a normie.
So
I think I've watched maybe 3 episodes of My Hero.
So it's like any anime, I always give it 3 episodes. If by the 3rd episode it doesn't get me, I just don't.
The best anime that I've ever watched, which is, it's funny because it's like a shorter series, is Parasite the Maxim.
Oh.
Because the first 30 seconds got me.
Oh, yeah.
Of that anime.
What's it about?
So, pretty much it's like regular world going on, and a random night, all these parasites start falling from the sky. There's no reasoning of why or whatever. Imagine, you've seen The Matrix, right?
Yeah.
You know, a little bug that goes into Neo's stomach. Imagine that, but like tiny and like parasitic. Those pretty much crawl into people's ears and then take over their brain and become that person.
Oh, shit.
And like become parasites. And the only way they can stay alive is to eat people. That's their main source of food. So the first 30 seconds of this episode is just this surreal ass shot of like this couple looking at each other. And then I'm not going to spoil what happens.
Right.
I mean, it's been out for a while, but like
yeah, you can.
what happens in the first 30 seconds is immediately just like, oh, that's what I'm signing on for. And then the theme song hits. And it's a fucking banger, dude.
Gotta love a banger anime theme song.
It's one of those ones where you don't skip the intro on Netflix.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, fuck yeah, like we're doing this. And then the story focuses on this one guy. I forget what his name is off the top of my head. But pretty much what happens is he's wearing headphones at night. Like he's sleeping with his headphones. So the parasite goes to go in his ear, can't get in. So he decides to go through his hand. And as like he's like going towards his hand area, fucking the kid wakes up.
Yeah.
And sees it, and he's like, what the fuck is this? And it jumps into his wrist and starts climbing up his arm. And he takes his headphones and like wraps the cord around his arm to like
tourniquets his
forces it on his right hand. And then wakes up and he thinks like, what the hell just happened?
Right.
Turns out the parasite ate his right arm and is now his right arm. And it's like this little cute little creature that like has like an eyeball in the center of his hand, or it's like his finger and stuff. He names it Migi, which is right hand in Japanese or something like that. And it's so fucking good. Like the English dub,
again?
Parasite the Maxim. It's on Netflix, straight up. Like watch the first 30 seconds and you'll just be like, oh yeah.
I need more.
Yeah. Dr. Disrespect.
I think the live action movie for that anime is set to come out soon. Too.
I don't want a live action. It's just so.
They're going in the wrong direction. Everything anime.
Yeah,
it's too perfect of an anime. Like you don't need. It's like with the Death Note. Like I'm sure the Japanese one.
Horrible.
Well, the Japanese one was good, wasn't it? The American one was shit.
The American one was shit.
We know that.
The only thing that the American one had over the Japanese one was Ryuk's model.
Yeah, that looked
like Ryuk's model was like
good.
on point. Whoever they did for the graphic designer or the digital designer for that movie was on point. But Everything else was trash.
Yeah.
The Japanese one was really, really good, and it kept to the manga. So it got really bad reviews because it didn't keep to the anime. So people were kind of broken up about it because like a lot of people wanted a manga, a anime rendition of
Death Note.
like Death Note, not the manga.
Watch a Parasite, man.
But yeah, Parasite the
fucking
Maximum
show.
is good.
Sounds good.
I've watched that recently, like over again. I just fell in love with it again because I was like in love with that show. I think I watched it when it first came out, and I was watching it week to week.
I think it's getting a second season too now.
No, it's over. It's
Oh,
done.
is it? Did they finish it?
It was a 1-season thing. Like it ends with no like
No real
cliffhanger.
ending?
There's an ending, and it's just like there's nowhere to go from here, really.
Right.
And that's why I love it so much because it's like I think it's like 14, 15 episodes, but like each episode you're just like I want more, please. And then like, dude, there's just one episode where they're like trying to find who the parasites are because they've started to realize that parasites are a thing, and they have like this X-ray set up, and they have this building where all these parasites. They know that parasites are taking over human in this building, and they're trying to blend in with the humans and not just eat them. And they're kind of farming humans,
Right.
and they have these trucks set up with an X-ray machine that goes in between them, so they have all these people walk out in a single file line so that they can figure out who the parasites are among all these people. Dude, that whole fucking sequence is just so good because it's just like so stressful. Like, who is it?
You're selling me on this.
It's
show.
such a
it's
good
good.
show.
I want to
It's
sit
definitely
down
good.
and watch it. It's a season 2. I can probably fit that into my life.
Oh, yeah. Even if you just watch the first, it's very like it's slightly gory, like slightly, because
It's a rated R anime.
it's very rated R. Like so, Trenton better not be in the room, or else
no.
nightmares will ensue.
I'm just inviting him. Like, yo, you want some nightmares? Come on. Get
How
down
about
on
Little
this?
Nightmares?
Right.
2 just came out.
Right.
They sold copies.
You're going to bed with a
Lots
nightmare.
But
yeah,
but yeah, if you ever feel adventurous enough, I'd say give Demon Slayer a second chance.
I'm trying, but it's just like.
And the game looks good. The people who are making it,
I think it's the thing with anime games though. They always look good and then they end up being shit.
yeah, that's why I'm only excited due to the fact that the people who are making it is CyberConnect, and CyberConnect has, again, they became developers for anime games. Like ever since they took Dot Hack, and they did such a great rendition of that game. For the first part of the game, having those 4 iteration for Dot Hack, and then having GU, and then coming back and giving us like an actual full ending that wasn't actually on the manga, but technically they finished the story off for us to have like a happy ending technically on the re-release for the PS3. That's like outrageous. Like they've done great things for anime like games. So the fact that they picked up a game like Demon Slayer or anime like Demon Slayer, it's just I feel like they can do good, if not better, than what Naruto fighting games were back in the day.
Got you.
So like I'm expecting big things because
It looks very much like an old Naruto game.
Yeah.
I remember I used to play a lot of those. Like there was one I played where it was kind of Smash like. And like it was just flat and with the 3D characters, and I remember Ryan and I used to play the hell out of it. But yeah, I mean, I'll watch the anime. I'll try it.
I mean, I'm definitely probably gonna like again. I'm a huge weeb, so I think I'm gonna first day it for that Demon Slayer game. But
And you'll be our correspondent that day.
Watch Parasite.
yes,
I can't even get into the questions now.
Viewer question. Do we
we
start
doing?
with the meme or do we end with the meme?
But the what?
Don't start
With the meme. From Lucas.
That's up to y'all.
Because I feel like that'll spark some funny debate yet again.
We can start with it if y'all just want to knock it out.
This is going to be fun.
Oh god.
All right. So starting off with the viewer questions of the week. Do we want to do just all 3? Because this one's kind of a meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, cool. So this is from a repeat offender of the show, Lucas Gerhardt, who has recently just
Offender is
finished Last of Us, and he was hyping the hell out of it.
Right.
He's like, he contacted me via Discord. He's like, it was in our server. He's like, this game better have won Game of the Year, or else I'm pissed. And I'm like,
Well, welcome to 2020.
yeah.
it did. 1, 2, stop being mad.
Right.
And then he's like, I was asking, I was like, are you gonna play 2 right away? He's like, I don't know if I can. And I'm like,
You might.
should.
Yeah.
you should. And he's like, he already knows the big spoiler of the game, which I mean you can't really avoid that. But Yeah. But here's this question. And this is a good question. I might have had a hand in this question actually happening. Hey, all, comma. Question for Nicko specifically. How do you feel about the other members of Destiny's Child not getting their limelight? When are they going to get their own video games?
You know,
You're asking the wrong guy, too.
We're not asking the wrong guy.
No.
Because this is in reference to a specific conversation.
I saw
Which one?
come in
Which one was
the
it?
Gmail and was like, what?
Yeah, which one was it?
This was in regards to me saying I wanted an X-Men game. And then you said that you wanted a Baby Groot or a fucking Whiplash game.
Yeah.
And then I was like, trying to be like, dude, that's... I'm not
I
saying...
mean,
not to bring it up again, but Kev was on my side. Like he is.
my side.
He was on my side. One artist to another, he was on my side. Rightfully so. And listen, even Lucas agreed with me. We had a discussion at work.
I'm still
You
lost in the
can't-
Destiny's Child part.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Beyonce, she went off and had an amazing career and still having an amazing career. You don't really hear about the rest of Destiny's Child.
Yes, you do.
Not that much.
Not on a Beyonce level.
Exactly.
Of
That's
course
the thing.
not. But
So that's the thing. So that's what I was saying in reference to the X-Men games. You need to have the basic X-Men game where it's like main face team, start that off so that you can get to the appreciation of the other characters. And that's
Alright.
where it led to. And that's why this question was asked. And he's like,
I'll allow that metaphor.
Yes.
I guess.
Alright.
you
Well,
need to
yeah.
have Beyonce to shine so that the other members of Destiny's Child are relevant.
No, because Beyonce
yeah.
shined and like Beyonce shined.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
She
that was
shines.
it.
That's why the main X-Men, they shine so that the other X-Men and the other characters.
I
that we
get
don't
the
hear-
analogy.
I get the analogy,
yeah.
but you have to really twist the arm to make
Oh,
it
that's
work.
not twisting it
The
arm
music
at all.
nerd in me is like, that's not what happens.
That's not really what
Listen,
happened.
it's
Like,
exactly what happened.
No, it's like
Nobody gives a fuck about
it's
all the
like
other
saying
Destiny's
that-
Child members.
It's like
They
saying,
do though.
Who cares?
All right, all right. If
not how it worked.
if your analogy is actually like granted, then let me make it to you.
Granted, what the fuck?
No, to make it solid. If your analogy is solid, then tell me what happened with the other members of freaking what was it? Is it Backstreet Boy NSYNC that Justin Timberlake came out of?
In sync.
How do you
Yeah.
not know that?
Because I always get so confused.
How do you get those confused? That
I'm hurting myself over here in rage.
You okay? Listen,
Hey, we want you to stop hurting yourself.
Tell me what
It's
happened
important.
to any of the other artists in the NSYNC band other than Justin Timberlake.
I mean, they're pretty famous still. They're just doing their own thing. It's
That
the
was
same
better analogy than the Destiny
Yeah.
Child one.
That would have made a
It
better
is.
analogy.
Well, technically, it's not because you're saying that the other members of Destiny's Child are still relevant.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
members of the X-Men that aren't face characters are extremely relevant to the people that care. The members of Destiny's Child, obviously, that aren't Beyonce, aren't relevant to everybody, but they're relevant to a specific set of people, and those people love them. That's the exact situation here. You have people that want the New Mutants or characters that aren't face characters that are over here, minus Baby Groot. We're not fucking bringing that up again. That was just, you were high that day.
No, I stand by it.
Oh, God.
I stand by it.
You stand by that you want a Baby Groot video game.
If I were to put an X-Men game in front of Anthony's kid or a Baby Groot game, guess what? The Baby Groot game is gonna end up getting played
That's just-
way more than
No, he's gonna
That's
want.
not.
He recognizes like
No,
Wolverine.
because
and
Baby
stuff.
Groot is stupid.
He knows who Groot is, but he
Groot
also
is
knows
cool,
who like
Baby Groot is stupid.
he knows who like Wolverine is.
Listen, when it comes to like
I'm literally gonna make a fucking meme later of Baby Groot dancing from the
Yeah.
beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and it's just everything like exploding around you, and then it's just say Nicko dying on this hill.
no,
Well, you know
I'm
what?
just-
You know what? If
it's-
we're going to use my kid for an example, Trenton is not super familiar with X-Men because only since he's been alive, it's been
Yeah,
Avengers
it's
everything.
Not for him,
Right.
though. That's the thing. The Spider-Man game's not
Alright,
for him.
well, that-
But he's
that's-
a Spider-Man for that,
Yeah,
so he'll
exactly.
recognize Spider-Man
He'll
immediately.
love the character, but that's not who the X-Men game is for. It's for the people who have been shat on specifically for years with these terrible movies and being told that the X-Men are such a bad thing.
Okay,
Meanwhile, the comics have been
then
Chef's
guess
kiss.
what? Then I stand by that. If you're gonna give me an X-Men game, give me a rated M.
You don't need it.
You do.
You don't.
You do. That's it. Like if you're specifically gonna make a game for people who have been shat on by Marvel movies, which are like you see, the three of us are what age?
Yeah, but you don't need something to be rated M for it to be good. That's just a false. That's like saying that Spider-Man needed to be rated M to be good.
No, it didn't. And that's because
it's the same thing with X-Men.
But listen, that's just
right.
what Spider-Man is all about.
Trent, come here.
So it's like,
well, do you nudging like get away from me? Do you know who this is? You don't know who that is?
What is those? Scrapman?
Scrapman?
there you go.
Scrapman.
Rest my case.
So that answers the
What do
X-Men
you mean,
question.
rest your
my
case?
case.
The game's not.
Rest my case.
Yeah.
If you're not,
I only brought that up because we brought him up.
Yeah, no, but it comes down to the fact that if you're gonna make a game, make it. The reason why I'm saying it's rated M is because you have more liberties of being able to do what you want to do and bring stories from the X-Men series that may be
And who is
too
this?
much for other characters, for other people.
Who is it?
There you go.
Okay, well, the Groot game would be for a child. That's the thing. You're a child,
No,
Nico.
it's-
That's what the keys of this is.
The thing is you're all right. I'm gonna put my deaf foot down. When you're making a game, you gotta make a game for everybody else but yourself.
False, because Breath of the Wild exists, and that's not for children.
And that's for everybody else out there. And
No, it is
that's
not.
incorrect because
That's
I had
false.
my 9-year-old cousin beat that game before you even did.
Listen, well, I just got it. It's not meant for children, though. It's
And
meant.
still, he was able to do it. It comes down to the fact that you have to make a game that is suited for everyone. And
Well, then you're the one who's asking for a rated M game, which is not made for everybody. You're saying that this game is meant to be for everybody, but then you're like, oh no, give me a rated M game. That's what you're going against your own argument.
Let me just reiterate the words that you just said. You want to make an X-Men game for all those people who's been shitted on for the Marvel movies that have come out.
Which doesn't need to be rated M.
Correct. But
you're specifically saying give me rated M, which is just weird.
The reason why I'm gonna explain the reason why I say rated M is because you can do the nitty gritty stories that literally Marvel decides never to do.
But that wouldn't make sense for what it's going to be in. I want this to be in the Insomniac universe. That wouldn't make sense to be in the same universe. If I'm bringing these X-Men into Spider-Man and Miles Morales, it's not going to make sense to have these ultra gritty stories and then them meet up with Spider-Man eventually and have the video game universe that is some sort of acronym that Ant will come up with off the top of his head.
But that's what Marvel's been building up with the whole thing that they're doing.
Marvel Insomniac Universe.
Yes, that's all we need is it should be PG-13 or rated T for teens, straight up Marvel X-Men Insomniac game. That's all we need in this life. And then once we do that, we can get branch off games where we get the characters that nobody talks about. We get the New Mutants. We get a one about fucking Magic, who's dope with her big ass sword and shit and the metal arm, and her dragon.
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly.
My God, that I would be okay, who's this person?
Is the thing, and then you're like, oh, you know what, face characters.
Introduce those,
but then you say, give me Groot.
No, just make games about those heroes. Then
no, you
make
can't
them shine on their
do
own.
that. You cannot.
They do for people like me who don't. You kind of gotta guide them in.
That's the thing. You're talking about making games for everyone. You can't just make a game that's specifically for people who don't know stuff. You gotta lead them in.
I'm sorry, Chris, but I
You're going in
am
circles.
not the one that is saying I want a game specifically for people who've been shitted on.
I'm saying that's what the original X-Men game would be with the face characters, and then you move on to that. That makes most sense. You can't do Miles Morales Spider-Man without regular Spider-Man. You can't do it.
I think it would be just you can introduce those characters as standalones.
That's like putting on your pants before your underwear. You can't do it.
Not even the
It is
the
entirely
right analogy.
that.
No.
You look like Captain Underpants.
No, it's you can literally introduce all these characters on their own.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Well, with everyone audience, because it won't sell.
For an example, like I said, I didn't know what's her name.
Magic.
If they released Magic as a character, I probably wouldn't even look twice. I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
But this is the question: if they introduce Magic and then the name you see is Insomniac Games with Marvel next to it, what are you gonna do?
I'm still not. I don't know. I don't have any relation to. I'd have to see like, all right, well, I have to see reviews. I have
need to see so
you
much.
You have to convince me to buy it, like you would convince me to buy any left field game.
But
like,
then if they in turn came out and said Marvel's Insomniac X-Men, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's gonna be dope.
like I'm in until further notice at that point.
No matter what, you don't even need to see gameplay. This could be a fucking card game for all we
I'm
know.
in until you show me that it's like bad, and it would have to be really bad. Like it would have to be like get like a 50. I'm like, well, I'm not even gonna try it.
Everyone's in with X-Men when you show the face characters, and then that's when you plant the seed of loving all these other characters that nobody knows about. You can't just. They're not going to be able. It's not the same thing as Guardians of the Galaxy. Like people aren't just going to go see Guardians of the Galaxy the movie like they did with the movies. Like we're not going to do that with the games. Games are a completely different medium. They're not just going to take a chance and like buy this game out of nowhere. If you make something for everyone, then you just give them that nugget of like, here's what's to come with characters that you don't know about. Boom, we're moving into a different area where people are just like, oh fuck, now the New Mutants that nobody gave a shit about are the main faces, and we don't even give a fuck about Wolverine anymore. That's where you move that. You plant the seed. That's why Miles Morales is so much better than Peter Parker now, is because you planted the seed of him in like Spider-Verse, and you planted the seed in the first game. And then we get to Miles Morales, and we're just like,
strategic how they did that.
Yeah. You gotta play it like a chess game, like because all we have is fucking time. Like, you know, the world's not gonna explode for a while. The sun's not gonna implode a while. So you gotta make the most money you can. You got to make that money from that X-Men.
If we would have never got Iron Man and then they just dropped Doctor Strange out of nowhere, somebody on me was like, what the fuck is that? Like,
nobody would go see Doctor Strange at all if the Marvel Universe didn't exist.
I wouldn't, because I don't even know who that is. I didn't know who Doctor Strange was.
Yeah. I get what you're coming from, and I'm still arguing the fact that if you do have an X-Men game now, unless it's 100% done with full freedoms by Insomniac.
It would be full freedom. It just doesn't need to be rated M. That's the thing where like it takes it a step too far.
No,
we don't need to go into like the sex and the drugs and blood everywhere. Like we just need to have good story.
But that's the thing. It's like there's so many of those. Like I don't know. I guess I see X-Men differently.
Yeah, you see it through the lens of Old Man Logan and Logan the movie, which was like the best thing that we got, which was rated R. And don't get me wrong, I'm not disagreeing. That's the best thing we've got from X-Men in a while. When it comes to cinematic shit. And it was rated R and it worked, and same thing with Deadpool. Mm-hmm. But like those characters make sense for that. When they made the Deadpool video game, it flopped because it was rated T for teen. And it sucked.
Right.
But if you take a character like Cyclops and like let's just say we make a Cyclops game.
I didn't mind Deadpool game. It was like junk food.
Okay.
It didn't have like depth to it, but it was just like something to just sit there and mindlessly have fun with.
It was cool. It was a beat 'em up, just straight up and like with miniature puzzles somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh boy, was it Lollipop Chainsaw? But yeah.
It was really Lollipop Chainsaw. Dude, I didn't even put that together.
That's all it was. Oh boy, was a Lollipop Chainsaw with Deadpool.
With Nolan North as Deadpool and some poop jokes. But yeah, that's why that didn't work. And then you take it's just not gonna work.
I think that if you do have, like I said, I think the dev name is gonna make that succeed. That's it.
It would succeed. That's what it's gonna be. I'm just saying you gotta get everyone.
The thing is if you get everyone, because right now, the reason why Insomniac got lucky with the project was because Spider-Man was owned by Sony at the time. That's not going to be the case with now Disney having Fox.
I feel like it would be, though. Because now that they see how successful those games were, they're just going to be like... It's going to be with the Square Enix bullshit, where they just throw their Disney characters out.
And you want to know what's going to be the one thing that I know you're going to hate? If they do come out with an X-Men game, it's going to fall into one of the Square Enix companies.
If they did, I'd be very pissed.
Yeah.
Because that'd be stupid.
That's what I see that happening because of the fact that...
It won't now. I don't think it will happen because they saw what happened with Avengers. They're not going to do that again.
Absolutely. I know that for a fact. But the thing is like, I'm sorry, but Disney is a huge like elbow company. They don't like to spend money to make money. So they're not going to go to the top devs or heroes to be like, hey, make a game for this, but we're only going to pay you this much.
Well, I mean, they're still making Spider-Man too. So
I'm about to say they work with Spider-Man.
I mean, but that's still a co-ownership. That's still owned by both.
Anymore.
Yes, it is.
It's not owned by Sony anymore.
Yeah, Spider-Man still
Disney owns that shit, man. That's theirs now, man.
I thought the contract said that they still have the two.
It's pretty much coming to them now. They own like all Marvel shit now. That's why the parks have it now.
And
There's
it-
like a
it-
Spider-Man ride being made. I don't know if you saw it. It was lit.
No.
They had like a behind the scenes of like the parks. There was an animatronic Spider-Man that swings from an actual rope and lets go of the rope and like falls into like a crash pad, and it's on the ride. It's a legitimate like test dummy in like a Spider-Man suit that actually swings and like
jeez.
articulates in the air and shit.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
That's
Dude,
cool.
it's insane, and it's gonna hurt someone and land on some kid.
Oh, it's gonna murder some kid.
Some
for
kid
sure.
is gonna get wrecked by Spider-Man.
Kids
That's gonna be-
don't have a good time on this podcast.
There's gonna be like 1,500 pounds worth of metal flying in the air.
Dude, it
Right.
looks so cool though. I'm sorry, I had to bring that up because it was lit that
But-
whole series. But yeah, that
You
was
know
just
what? It's just
it's opinion at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where it goes, and depending on I think I like to end the discussion. It's like, okay, an X-Men game I will accept. Like I will accept any game because to be honest, action adventure is the game that I most favor on. Like when it comes to action adventure RPG, those are the games that I literally go for every time. And like I said, I played Spider-Man, fucking devoured that game straight for like a whole week to be able to finish off. It took me a while because school and whatnot, but that was the only game that was in the system for like a long time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I understand that, but the dev name is gonna be what makes it or break it
True.
in the very end. Like I think, and like just my perspective on how Disney does business, if they make literally 50 cents out of $1,
Yeah.
they're gonna do that.
If they give
And that's
the
what's gonna
rights to
disappoint me.
X-Men-
That's why, like, I guess I'm keeping my expectations as low as possible.
Oh, yeah.
For this situation, because of the fact that I know Disney will do that.
Oh, they're never gonna make an X-Men game. I know this.
Like, if Disney was like, "Oh, I'm gonna pay you 50 cents to give me $1," that's literally what they're gonna do. They're gonna find the one dev out there that'll be like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take the project in." The dev's not gonna give a fuck, and it's gonna be a whole nother Cyberpunk.
yeah.
And that's it. That's
It's gonna be
literally what's
fucking
it.
Avengers again. That's the thing. If they do make an Avengers game, not Avengers, an X-Men game, it's going to be Avengers because they're gonna
Yeah.
just throw it at Square Enix, which is the sad part.
I
we're in
would
the
hope they're
perfect
not that
world-
stupid. They lost
They
too much
are
money.
that
Yeah.
stupid because
And
Kingdom Hearts.
yeah,
dude.
and it makes me,
Kingdom Hearts.
and that kills me because the thing is like Square Enix right now is divided into two different chambers. You have Enix America and you have Enix Japan, and of course you can see the difference in development in both games because you have Enix Japan that is making Final Fantasy VII and games like Final Fantasy 16 that are getting outrageously great reviews, and then you have Enix America that's like, here's Avengers Cyberpunk Edition,
Yeah.
and it's like. It sucks because they're literally going for like
Money.
just spending less money. If we can make $1,000 out of
gonna make
$500
more, too.
we're gonna do that.
Plus, you have in-game currency where you have to buy it to get like skins
Right.
and shit, which is all cosmetic. Like, it's good. That's
It's-
the thing. Like, if
it's
it
all-
does happen, it will be a Square
Yeah.
Enix game, and it's gonna suck. But Perfect World, we're getting it from Insomniac,
Yeah.
and we're starting the acronym. We
that's-
just need the acronym.
that's
I
the
am
case-
Mr.
If
Acronym.
that's the case, okay, fine.
my superhero
But
name.
Yeah.
I still say that if you give it to devs like that,
Yeah.
just because of the dev name, I think that any hero would do good as a story, and once you get enough of them out there, it's just gonna, as a collection, do great.
I would love.
That's
even,
just
like,
what
a
I feel.
Deadpool
Like
game,
I feel
yeah.
like if you have standalone heroes that you wouldn't normally know but have critical parts in certain stories, and you give me those like not often talked about stories, like those
Yeah.
greedy stories that are like told once but it had like a pinnacle point in the whole main underlying story, then if you give me that and you slap Insomniac game on it, as a player and as a player that goes for those type of games, I'm gonna first day,
Yeah.
no matter what.
I
Like
think
if
we're all in
I
the
see
same boat.
Marvel and Insomniac game in the same box, I'm buying it. That's literally where it goes down to. It's like I'm
Right.
buying it, no matter what it is. It's
Except for
just I'm
Miles
buying.
Morales, which you still haven't played yet.
Oh, because I'm waiting for Lucas Gerhardt to finish it, and
I don't
instead
think
of
he's gonna
making
play
me,
that at all.
argue with you about Marvel games.
Someone's gonna fuel this fire every week now.
Yeah, man.
Well, thank you for throwing that log in the fire that I thought would quenched.
Listen, man.
Even our next question kind of.
No, our next.
Oh wait,
question-
no, it doesn't. That was
No,
I
it
guess that was
doesn't.
the other week.
No,
This
it
is
doesn't.
one
Don't
from,
bring me any more, and no more logs.
This is the Kev one. I thought we had one more besides Kev's.
We do.
We do.
Luke,
We have
Lucas wrote another
Lucas
one that was an actual question.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't see that.
I threw it in there.
Oh, the game genre one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't read this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone else
Here,
wanna
I'll read it for you guys.
So the
All right.
second question.
So the second question, thank you, Lucas, for throwing some wood on the fire that I didn't want. But thank you for this other one. it says, "Hey y'all, comma, 2 questions for y'all
Definitely
this
comma.
week."
Comma
I
is
like how
definitely
we
there.
both do the comma thing, and it's just fucking
Why not?
dumb. We're just dumb, dude.
Don't forget to mention all the
It's true.
periods.
Some
Listen,
dumbass.
I could have just be like reading the second computer and be like,
Oh, God.
2 questions for y'all, like
It'd
colon,
be funnier if it said comma.
But no, I feel like this was discussed. But what was your first game that was your aha game? That really defined the future for gaming experience. Mine was Fire Emblem 7 for the GBA, comma, the first one released in America. It was a great story, great characters, and the whole mechanic and permanent death of your character really made me search out specific games that were in similar type. Before that time, my choice was based on what seems neat. What are your favorite game genres and why?
That's the second question.
And then
There's
the
2 questions
the
in
2
the
questions
single
within the
email.
same. Yeah, and
Holy
then
fuck.
that's the follow-up question is, what is your favorite game genre and why? And he says that his would be real-time strategies and tactical RPGs like Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics.
Okay. This is a lot to unpack.
I mean, that's like a
game.
question I just answered, because literally, like I said, RPGs, tactical RPGs, action adventure games. That's
But he hates to grind,
Fantasy, huh?
But you hate grinding.
No, the thing is, it's not so much as grinding. All right.
Grindy games, grindy genre.
The thing about grindy genre is when you're forced to do so to continue on. So like I've been able
Breath
to
of the Wild.
like for Final Fantasy 7 for example, when I played that game, every single one of my friends that I talked to, they always told me that they were like, "Oh, we had to get to like level 70 to have an easier time with Sephiroth at the end." And I was like, "I beat that game at level 40." They were like, "How you went for 4 fucking discs?" And I was like, "I just skipped every battle I found." But I just got strategy enough to be able to, strategic enough during my fighting style that I just didn't need that many levels to do
I was
so.
about to say, if you hate grinding so much, how did you even survive the early RPG days?
No, I
was
just
all
I literally-
grinding.
I just literally did it based on strategy, using items at the right time, just finding a way around them. And that was the thing that brought me into liking RPGs, is the fact that if it's done well and I don't have to sit there and fight the same freaking like monster until I get to a certain level to fight the next boss, forget about it. I'm going to do just that. I'm going to just swerve every battle or do whatever things. Or sometimes I just get captivated by stories and just follow
Okay.
up like main stories
See,
instead of
you
fighting.
liking the story answers my
So.
next question, because I was about to be like, well, how do you even enjoy these games then? Because
Yeah, it's a
that's
story.
what those games were at the time, was just random battles
It's
and
just story. Like,
grinding and
sometimes-
leveling up.
Like with, again, like I'll bring up Final Fantasy VII again. Like the one time that I really got into like the grinding phase was when Cloud fell into the vat of freaking Mako, and you
Spoilers.
didn't have Cloud. I mean, the game has been out for almost 20-something years.
Listen.
It should be fine.
There's some kid
should,
out
but
there.
I
Some
didn't
kid
play
out
it.
there
There's
that's
some
like,
15-year-old out
"I
there
played
like, fuck.
yeah,
I
but
didn't know that happened.
Balls in goo?
but in reality,
Fuck this game.
like you lose Cloud, and if you were using Cloud from the very beginning, Cloud was probably your highest level character in the game.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, and then you were forced at that moment to be like, oh, I have to train the other 3 characters that now I need to use to be able to like go out there and
Pokemon.
do stuff. Yeah,
Right.
but even then, that was like the only time that I kind of was like, this is cool, because during that time is when I did most of my leveling of like, oh, now I definitely have to, because all these pieces of shit that I never train are super low level and I gotta bring them up.
All these pieces of shit.
Yeah, so it's like, not that's how I got around RPGs.
Got
so.
it.
All right. I take that.
But yeah, that's
Is that your aha moment? Or is that just your favorite genres?
no, that's just my favorite genre.
All right.
Like,
Do you have an aha moment?
yeah, I think my aha game is, I will have to say probably God of War,
The OG? Or
the OG,
Okay.
Wait, that's pretty late. Like, oh, the original.
the original,
Okay,
like the OG,
okay.
like God of War 1 from when he was still like boinking some like chicks over in Greece.
It was
type.
fucking simulator.
Yeah. Well, no, the reason why is my
That's
aha
when
moment.
Nicko became a man.
Pretty much, it really was what it was. It's like
That's what I do with that thing.
like when I was playing games like all throughout, I used to keep my I was playing around with the whole rating thing with how Marvel should do things, but I used to keep it kind of where, oh, I'm a teenager, so all the games that I kept liking were all rated teen. So like God of War was like the first game that I got that was like rated M. And I think I was 14 at the time. It was the first game. And my pops was sitting next to me, like, playing the game. Or, like, he was watching me play the game because he was like, wow, it looks like a movie. And he's, like, enjoying the time. And we're, like, I'm showing him the stuff that the game can do. And it was, like, that aha moment of, like, so many little, like, things that I was missing out from the games that I was currently playing. Because I was like, oh, I'm playing a lot of RPGs, tactical RPGs, like story-driven games and all that stuff. There wasn't anything that was like super actiony.
Gotcha.
So like this game was like the action of action that wasn't like fighting games or Mortal Kombat that really got me into like, you know what, I like this kind of game. So I got like into that aha, like, yeah, I can keep playing these. And then after that, I bought all the God of Wars and then all the Devil May Cries and then every single freaking like action adventure rated M game I could find. So
Damn.
I think that was my aha game.
I don't know if I have an aha game. Like,
I think I have more than one, and that's my problem. But for different reasons.
Yeah.
do you want to go so I can think? Because I don't actually think I have one. I think I was just like, games are neat.
Mine is kind of difficult because my favorite genre of game is probably action adventure / platformer, because those can also be action adventure.
Yeah.
And then followed very, very close by RPG.
Okay.
If it's not an action RPG, like see how like they can get the lines can get blurred a little bit. I think my aha moment, like I could easily be like, oh, it was Mario. Like it started everything. Like that made me invest it was the first story-driven platforming game. It wasn't like old school arcade is just you're playing to get a high score. Then Super Mario Brothers came and it's like this is a story you're playing through to get the princess at the end of the game. There was you're invested in a character for an outcome. So while I could say that or like Mario 3 or 64 because it changed everything, and I could say, but I think I want to hit and say Mega Man X because it was platforming, it was action, it was difficult but fair, and it had the entire like becoming stronger motif of it. So it gave you like a slight RPG in it. It kind of had it was the first time a game let me know it can be more than one thing and have a perfect balance. Like it's not too much, but it's super engaging. You know what I mean? You can end the game in different ways. It was the first game that did that to me. Like you could get all the armor and all the upgrades and become like this, like you can become X, like with all the everything at your disposal. You could run through that game and not get any of it and still beat it. Not get the quote unquote true ending. But he gave me everything I learned from like Mario and Sonic and all that stuff with running, jumping, platforming levels, but also included stuff that I liked from like Zelda or story. It gave me story. It gave me different abilities. It gave me all of those things, and that was my first time like I was like invested. So I think that, and after that, you got like the later Zelda games, the later every genre, but that was the first game that kind of set like that trailblazed me in that direction of games. So that's something I'm gonna go with that.
I'll start with the genres. Maybe that'll lead me to my aha. I mean, I'm a big first-person shooter guy. Like, I don't know why I like them so much. I just feel like it's a game that's like, it's constantly something that you can do that's fun. Whether it be like a Call of Duty game, even though I'm not going to get the new one. Like Apex with the Battle Royales, or even just random first-person shooters like CSGO on the PC, Overwatch. Like, while it's technically not a first-person shooter, like it is.
Right.
Like, it's still a first-person shooter at the end of the day. And it's like, games like that, they're just like constantly, when you're online play, there's always something different that's going to happen. While it's the same thing every time, drop in, shoot people, try to get more than other people, and win with your side of the team or by yourself if you're a free-for-all or battle royale. It's like there's never going to be the same thing that happens twice because you're playing against different people every single time. So it's always interesting to me. like even with like Apex, like every single time I drop into a new game, even if I drop in the same location every single time, one time I could drop there and there'd be nobody. It's just me by myself looting, and I have a great time, and I'm just walking and going to look for people when I'm done. And then other times I'll drop there and there'll just be like 8 teams, and I'm like hearing footsteps everywhere, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm fucked. I have a Mozambique, and that's it. Right. So those kind of games are great. And then like obviously action RPGs, like with Spider-Man, like I started early with the Spider-Man games, with like the PS1 games. Those were like my shit. Like I don't want to say that they were my aha moment, but they might have been, because like it was where I was like, oh, these are actual story-driven games. Prior to that, it was always like I was playing Pokemon on like my Game Boy, and then like Yoshi's Island on Game Boy, which I only recently found out that was not originally for the Game Boy, because I'm a fucking idiot. And,
nah, you're not. You weren't there. You weren't there
for that time.
But it was one of those things like right. I was of the age where it was like the internet wasn't just a thing, like, and then it became a thing when I was still in elementary school, and I didn't understand it as it was happening. But then it just slowly became came happening more and more. Like, oh, can't be on the computer right now because my mom's on the phone. And like then it evolved to like that not being a thing, just randomly one day. Like I can't even pinpoint that in my head. It just happened, and it's weird to think about that.
Yeah.
And I don't remember that happening. And then like I was playing like PS2 and PS1 games till like 3 years after PS3 came out. And then once I finally got a PS3 and like got online, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, the world opened up.
Like with the first person shooters, and that might even be it. Like you get like the campaigns from like Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, like playing through those and being like, wow, that was great. And then being able to like drop into a multiplayer game where you're just fighting with a bunch of people on your team and then shit talking each other over live mic and shit. And like those moments are like insane because it just happens so fast and it's weird. And that's it's hard for me to find that.
It happens fast and organically, which is a hard combination to come by. Something that happens quickly, but at the same time naturally.
Like I couldn't even tell you the time in which I switched from like Yoshi's Island on the Game Boy to Call of Duty on my PlayStation 3. Like I couldn't. That could be day 1, day 2 to me because it blends together so evenly almost. But I don't know. Like I feel like it would have to end up being my aha moment was when I finally got past the jump scare in Spider-Man 1. And I was like, oh, I'm not a bitch. But then I realized I am. But no, like beating those games and then going back and trying to unlock all the suits and stuff, and like there was nothing to gain from getting those suits besides it looking cool. Yeah. And then I don't know, just like things like that, and like going and playing Yoshi's Island and getting the secret levels by getting all the stars and the not star. Well, yeah, you had to get the stars, little bouncy boys, and then like the flowers and shit, and you get 2 extra levels at the end every single time.
That was great.
Like shit like that, like figuring that out organically as opposed to being like, you know, playing Astrobot today and being like, fuck, I'm not platinum yet. Where the hell do I do this? And I just hit the button on my controller and it's like, oh, you gotta do this to get that trophy. Like, it's such a different time now. And it's weird.
I do miss organically discovering shit in video games. I mean, you still can, but now you have to do it while also like, I can't look at my Twitter. Someone's gonna ruin it. Like, I miss meeting up with your friends. I'm like, did you know this? And you'd be like, what? Yeah. And you have to go back and try to recreate it or figure it out. Like,
you have to wait the whole school day to go do it, right? Too, so you're just imagining what it's gonna be.
And you couldn't just go on like YouTube or something. Not that you would want to ruin it for yourself, but we didn't have the resources at the time to be like, wait, that you just hearsay. They could be lying out of their face. You have no idea. But
when you try it, and then you're like, I couldn't do it, and they're like, well, you just suck.
Yeah,
right. And then, but those magic moments of people like. Or somebody, and let's say you couldn't do it, and then someone comes like, no, you gotta just, and someone shows you something, that would always blow my mind too. Yeah. Like, what? I didn't even know that was possible. Yeah. Like, those moments are, I kind of feel sorry for some kids now who don't kind of have those moments like they used to be. I'm sure they have something similar within the way things are played now. Like, I can't answer for that, but.
Yeah, the one thing I gotta say is, like, certain games, like, stay true that sort of, like, trying to keep it, like, where you have to like figure out certain things. Like right now the PlayStation has that. The one thing that I didn't like about the PS5 is having that instant gratification of you can hit a button and get told the key to the puzzle.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing that if I had to change out of the PS5, I would keep that out. Like, even if I knew and I was a developer for the system and I knew that I could add that in there, I would purposely keep it out for the sheer fact that those moments, like these moments of like figuring something out, or like one of our friends coming over physically to play the game and be like, yo, you know, you can do this way, right?
Yeah.
Those moments, so it's like those moments is what made me want to become like, one, a gamer, and two, like a developer. It's because of that connection you can have with people.
I mean, it's weird too, because like I agree with you, but it's also like I almost appreciate that too with like some of the PS5 stuff, because it's like some of the trophies are just kind of stupid to like get a platinum, or it's like, oh, you gotta like do this while spinning around 3 times, and then like also like you gotta press this button, and it's like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that?
Yeah.
I'm never gonna organically do that. Like you gotta show sometimes, but it's like, don't make that a fucking trophy. In my opinion, like stupid shit. Like all trophies, I feel, in my opinion, should just be like organically found. Like when you're playing through like a Call of Duty campaign and you get to like the next mission, and it's like bronze trophy, and then it's like you got to the next mission. Like I like those trophies. It makes me like, oh yeah, I got to a next part. But then when it's like play online and get like this many kills while doing this with this gun, but it only has to have this attachment on it, and I'm like, why?
Like I agree with you, and I kind of wish that developers would look at that and be like, why don't we take both the rewards that we give the players within the game, like items, levels, experience, and give those awards as trophies to the player. That's the same, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you're having this really difficult mission, like let's say you're playing Final Fantasy and you beat this one boss and you manage to steal like the weapon that he has, you know, by using the steal ability or whatever, you can give the player a trophy for doing that, because that's something that's going to come natural to a player that's been playing Final Fantasy for a long time, to be like, oh yeah, I can steal from my enemies to get items and stuff from them. It's like, okay, well, you had that prior knowledge from all the games that you probably played back in the past, that you know that you can do that. It's like, all right, well, you did it. Here's the trophy for doing it, and then here's the in-game reward for doing so. You know, then that I think that would be much more appreciated than just creating trophies from things you can do in the game. That's much different. 'Cause now you're forcing the player to do something that you did, so that way you can give them a reward.
Trophies, to like my opinion on trophies, is I don't mind them. I guess they started because Xbox had achievements, but like, I don't know. I guess like we talked about this. You kind of just said that, like the discoverability of a secret. Like I don't want you purposely hiding. Like they used to just be Easter eggs you found. Like, oh shit, this was here.
Yeah, that's why I like the Astrobot so much. You just found stuff organically.
Right, whether you found it or not, it didn't like mess up your experience. But I feel like trophies, there's a trophy culture, and it's become like a thing to where it's just like I platinumed it. Like now it's become a thing. Like it's not a fun discovery. It's people on Twitter like, I platinum that. I got this many platinums. Like, I don't get like. I just want to have fun with this game.
They
like
do that at the end of the year now with like, it's like the Spotify wrap up with Sony, and it's like, you got this many trophies, and it's like, who gives a shit?
Right. I just enjoyed the game. Like, and I don't want to hate on anybody who is a trophy hunter and you're big into it. If you do it, great. I don't like the people who use it as something to stand on, like you're a better gamer than me. It's like, well, number one, I want to tell the people like, I'm not sitting there in front of that TV playing that game all day, every day. Like you bragging that you have, I got 200 and something platinums. Like, well, I don't have 200 and something hours to sit at in front of a TV straight.
Fucking games,
right?
Like even platinum in the first place.
Yeah, like I'm not. That's not a bragging right to me. For me, it's like I play games when I get around to playing the games. I mean, even as a kid, I mean, maybe I would have taken it seriously. Maybe if I grew up when trophies were a thing, I'd look at it differently. But even then, I wasn't playing a game. I'm not playing the game for bragging rights. I'm playing the game because I like the game. Yeah. Unless it's a competitive game, something you like kind of are invested in, like a Call of Duty, where it's like, all right, bragging rights. You play that competitively.
Oh yeah.
But if you're about to stand on like your high horse because you platinumed Last of Us 2, like I didn't play that game for trophies.
Yeah, I played the game because the story brought me in there.
Right.
Because Abby is the best. best.
There you go. But like, I didn't like. People are really intense about that shit.
Big time too.
Yeah, and I get it. It makes sense, but it's also like, calm down.
Yeah.
Just relax.
You can be proud of yourself. I'm not saying don't be proud of yourself.
The only way that I think it.
I'm just don't hold it over people's heads.
Like an achievement is an achievement. If you figured it out and you were able to do it, even during the times like not now in the PS5 where it's kind of instant gratification by hitting a button, you get the keys to the puzzle. But if you did all of this stuff beforehand and you were getting achievements, great for you. You were exploring everything that is to be done in the game. You did what the game wanted you to do. Is to play the way that you wanted to do in any way to be able to figure out what the game was all about. It made you explore the game in all its possibilities. That's all the devs ever want you to do. But if you specifically went out there to get all these trophies just to be able to tell a person, hey, I explored that game better than you could, then that's just a dick move.
Yeah.
Like, stop
It'd
doing
be cool
that.
if you get like a certain amount of them, and then like Sony sent you something, like how YouTube does with like the gold play button and shit. They send you something for getting platinum trophies.
When
There's a gamer, which she's one of the top ranking platinum players of Sony. Her name is Pure Ruby 87, and the reason why everybody would know her is because she has massively fake boobs,
big rubies,
and that's
got it.
all she. Not all she shows, but her actual gameplay skills is outrageous. Like she literally platinum Sekiro within the first playthrough. And that's just something that she can do, and it's great. All her playthroughs and all her Let's Plays are fun. But Sony, later on, Sony started sending her like little trophies here and there, or like little like award things, like sending her things for promoting the fact that they have like a Sony stand-up like trophy hunter out there. So it's kind of like an affiliate type deal. And she got like, what was it? She got a special edition sent for her for Final Fantasy VII. Straight from Square and promoted by Sony. There was like a steelbook case that she got for I forget what was the game.
Are they sending her these things because she got platinums, or are they sending it to her because she's a personality?
Well, no, because of her platinum status, she's now being used as a personality to promote that.
Okay, so a random person getting platinum trophies isn't going to get this stuff.
Most likely not.
Okay,
That's
so
what I'm saying.
Not unless they were just like doing it to do it, but that would make much more sense.
I'd like that because like anybody can get a YouTube gold play button if you just get enough like subscribers. Like hell, we get like 100K subscribers, then they will send us a button or whatever that we can hang on the wall. Cool, but like if PlayStation did that, where it's like, if you earn X amount of bronze trophies, we send you a bronze trophy. Like, and it doesn't have to be like actually fucking bronze. Like, just 3D print some shitty dinky trophy that I can put on my desk and then spray paint it bronze with like some shitty paint you got from Walmart for $2. I don't care. Just send me it. Throw me a bone, son. I'm throwing you all my bones. Give me a little bone, please.
Sony would have to send out a whole lot of those shits.
Not specifically the bronze one. But
no. Just if they sent out anything, they'd have to send out a lot of it.
Send out a lot,
But, I mean, that's fine, though. I feel like that's like an actual good return on investment, though. Because then you're causing people to play your games more. They're going to buy more games to get more trophies. If they're actually going for that. And then there's just going to be the people who are like, I don't give a fuck. And then just play the games anyway.
That is true.
I'd like, if I'm Sony in that situation, I'm like, all right, people are getting certificates. We're not about to manufacture. Yeah. That's a whole other warehouse you have to open just to give everyone who gets a platinum trophy. A trophy.
Hey, man, they got it. They can do it.
I mean, they don't even have enough manufacturing to be able to give them PS5s.
That's fine. I'd rather a fucking plastic dinky trophy than a PS5.
So,
man. All right, let's get to the next one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
End it with the next one.
What, do you want to read the next one?
All right.
I didn't.
I like his profile picture a lot.
I did too.
It's like the DuckTales version of him, almost.
Yep.
Let me get to it. I'm still on Lucas. All right.
Yeah, you have to read this one specifically for the way it ends.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't even read this whole question. I just saw I came across my screen yesterday. It just said Kevin Hartley. So I was like, oh shit, Kev.
Yeah.
All right. First, I'm amazed no one mentioned Dino Crisis as a movie suggestion on the last pod. A rated R dinosaur horror movie could fill the void of Jurassic Park left. That is a good idea.
What about Camp Cretaceous on Netflix? What about that?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a really shitty TV show for children.
That is.
You sent me the thing for season 2.
I know.
And you thought it was the first thing. Like
Because
Nicko's has been out for a while.
that was like the first thing I ever heard of
Oh,
it. I was like, oh, all right, cool.
If you've been to a Target, you've seen it because they advertise it for it.
Shows you how many times I go into a Target.
It's every day, bro.
Nah, that's you.
Yeah,
Drop
no, it's
kicking
for
kids
me.
and stuff at Target.
Fucking A. Every episode.
Every
All right.
episode.
Hold on, sorry. I know, and I am. But on to my question. With SNK and ArcSys adding rollback netcode to older titles like King of Fighters 2002 and Guilty Gear XX, Accent Core Plus R, is that the whole fucking
That's
name?
the whole name of that game.
I've kind of been out of Guilty Gear for a while now. I'm only coming back. I like how Strive looks, so I'm just gonna dive back in with that. But damn, Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R.
Yep.
You would think Square made that.
Yeah, right?
Are there any older games that you would want to see receive updated online capabilities or have online modes added to them? I, for one, think any game from the EA Sports Big era or WWF In Your House would have been amazing with online.
Yeah, that is true.
Keep being great, fellas, and remember, nothing matters. NGP Kev. Shout out to NGP Kev. And yes, nothing matters.
You can see that in our final portion of the Mario video that was uploaded this week on Monday.
Nothing matters in Mario Party. Damn, what would I want to put online in?
The reason when I heard about these two getting like rollback netcodes for it, that's what made me want to look into like wanting to get controllers and stuff for my computer. And I came across that 8-bit that I was telling you about off mic. It's like that 8-bit fight stick, it's amazing. So like Kev, if you want a fight stick that connects to your computer, go check 8-bit and check their fight stick. It's getting like outrageous reviews. I saw a gameplay review by some of the guys that go into Evo, and they were destroying that keyboard, that fight stick, and it was doing outrageously well.
Right.
So
Cool.
I think I might pick up one. So check it out. But older games, man, I don't know. Like, how old are we talking about though?
Well, it's whatever you want. Like, I mean, if you could. He just said online in a game, like any game. Yeah, he didn't specify. Yeah, this is any older games.
I have an idea for one. Ultimate Alliance. That would have been really
Ultimate
fun
Alliance would be
online.
good.
I know that they made like other games where you can play it online with like people where it's pretty much Ultimate Alliance, but like that original game, Ultimate Alliance, when like I used to play that with my brother all the time. That was actually the first time that I ever found out who Deadpool was.
Really?
Through that game. Like, and I was just like a Spider-Man guy, and I was like, oh, he looks like Spider-Man but has swords. And that was it. And I remember my team was always like, Deadpool, I loved Iceman, I loved Bobby Drake. I always had a Spider-Man. I don't know which suit I chose. I might have chose symbiote suit because obviously, and then just some random character is the fourth. But like, we would just go ham on that game in the same room. And like, I don't know, man. Just playing that online would be so much fun. I remember when 2 came out, I wasn't as big a fan of that game because like they kind of tried to do the comic version of the Civil War game, or rather the Civil War comic as a game, but it was really weird, and I didn't really enjoy it. And I don't even think I beat that game, to be fair. I think I got to like the point where like you split off with it's like Iron Man and Cap versus each other, and it's like the good version of Civil War and not the bastardization that we got in cinema form, even though that was a good movie. It was not the comics, so there's that. But yeah, number 1 was so good. I would love to play online with people with that. Just like have a good time, beat up some AIM soldiers and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe even what was the other one? I had another one, but I can't remember it. If y'all want to go, I'll see if I can remember.
Nah, I mean, I have some simple ones, like still from SNK and stuff like that. Like, I think one of the games that I would like to get ported over or get source code and stuff like that would be like Metal Slug.
Oh, love Metal Slug.
Yo, Metal Slug would be such a slap for like 2 buddies or 3 buddies just getting together and playing online, and just like being able to stream and record it, or even do like a what is it, like a side scroller, just like
It's like Contra,
Contra, yeah.
but better. I think Metal Slug's better than Contra.
Yeah, So it's like I feel like that would just be so good. That and one other game that I think would be fun for online, as a not as a battle royale, but more in like a control setting where like you could have like 4 or 5 people, 6 people, like a team of like 5, 10, like I think at max of like 25, 30 people at most on like one like play area where you can fight each other and stuff like that would be Metal Arms.
I remember Metal Arms
from GameCube. That was a fun game with the many different like weapons that you had, and then you could like use like freaking cannons and like the freaking what was it, like the tank you can go around and like shoot the electric blast.
Yeah,
I think that would just be great, like to have as a
I could
as an
definitely see
online
that.
port over. I think games like that, like having competitive type games, would be good. Like I would say even like having Marvel vs. Capcom, like having those in like online if they're not already. But
I was gonna
that
say
would be
Marvel's Capcom 2.
yeah,
Because at the time I was playing that game, it was like I was good enough. Like I had enough confidence to go online in that game at that time. Like I wouldn't do it now. I'd get my ass whooped now. But at the time that was like super popular, like when it first came to home consoles, Marvel's Capcom 2, I would have put that shit online and just played that shit all day long.
yeah, man. Like they should just start bringing back like old games on PC and like actually have like online connectivity and stuff like that for games like that.
Wait. You know what? I'm stupid. When they brought back Marvel's Capcom 2 for 360 and PS3 online.
Oh, did they?
And yeah, and you did kind of go online. So I just didn't play it. I think I didn't play online then. Because even then, it was like, all right, I'm too far from my prime. Like, I'm just going to get trashed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Metal Slug would be my biggest want. Like, cool. I would want a Metal Slug online game.
I think they need to keep bringing back, like, they started to do it with the Xbox Arcade and PS3 when they brought back the original Turtles arcade game for 360 and PS3. You can download it and play online with your friends.
Okay.
And The Simpsons and X-Men.
Oh, wow.
Like, and after a while, they were just gone. You can't go get them again. Like, I guess whatever, like, promotion they had going with those companies ran out, whatever contract it was. Whatever they were promoting. Because I think The Simpsons one dropped around the Simpsons movie came out.
Yeah.
I forgot why the other two dropped. But, and the Turtles one dropped around that TMNT movie.
Okay.
The animated one.
That was like the first 3D animated one, right?
Yeah.
It was like kind of weird.
I like that one though.
It was it looked cool, but I don't remember. It looked kind of weird to me. Like
they changed the design somewhat, but the movie was good. The story was good.
The story was
good.
I haven't watched that in a while. Damn.
That was the first time like I remember like Raph and Leo just faced off against each other and fought.
They fought
on that
each other,
one.
yeah.
I was like, I remember in theaters watching that part like. They're doing it. They're gonna fucking fight.
I remember that.
They've been beefing every movie. They've been beefing with each other.
I remember in the animated series when they had that moment when they had that Leo saga where he like left the group.
Yeah.
And he had to like leave because Raph just pushed him like over the edge.
Man.
Like I remember that. That was such a good dynamic between those two characters.
Full circle, right back to Turtles.
Yeah.
But I have 3 more. They're quick ones. So I want to bring it back to a previous episode and say Twisted Metal.
Right.
Just give us the OG Twisted Metal, but online straight up. You can retexture it if you want, but honestly, I'm fine with PS1 fucking graphics.
Absolutely.
Perfectly fine with that. Second one, unpopular opinion probably. I used to love the Guitar Hero games.
Oh.
And those games died out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like randomly. I'd love for a next gen version of Guitar Hero, and like it's like online play, so you can like play online with like different bands. Like you could be like, oh, I'm the guitar, I'm the bass, and whatnot, and you could have like singers if you want. Like do Rock Band, but like no offense, Rock Band kind of sucked compared to Guitar Hero when it came to the music selection. But like do like another Guitar Hero and make it like revamped, and like you can play online with your friends, and like. Or you could go head to head and see who does better. Like they have like arcade cabinets at like Dave and Buster's where you can like 1v1 each other playing songs and see who gets the higher score. That'd be really cool. And I just really want to play another Guitar Hero game. Like they have like an online, you can like grab like I don't know if it's a ROM necessarily, but like it's like an illegal version of Guitar Hero. And I had a buddy when I worked at the community pool 2 summers ago, and he brought it in on his laptop, and he had like this like different connector that would plug into the guitar, and I think it was the Wii version of the guitar, so it had like a special plug to like connect it to the laptop, and it had like any song you could ever imagine in it, and like people like make like the tabs and like all like the pattern and stuff like fan made, and then upload it to a server where you can download it and like get this like insane library of songs, but like just do that with an actual like game.
I don't understand why these fan games be so much better than the games that the companies can make themselves. I mean, I guess there's reason as to why they don't do it, but it's like, yo, these fans are making up way better interpretations of your own games than you are.
And don't get me wrong, like that in and of itself is fine, but like if you had the option where it's like, here's an online version of Guitar Hero, you could have the whole story campaign if you wanted to unlock the main songs, but then like have like an infinite library of songs, like partner with Spotify. Yeah. And like have like Spotify songs, any song that's on Spotify that you can like download or like on your phone, make it so that you can make your own patterning of it, and then like have like an online library like WWE has with their games with the 2K, so you can download like any song you want. So like say they don't have that song, somebody makes a song, and then you can rate it, and then however many ratings you can tell which the good ones are and the ones that are probably memes or whatever. Like just you press one button the whole time or some shit. Yeah. And then online play would be dope. My last one would be a Tony Hawk's Underground or Tony Hawk Pro Skater online.
That's a good one.
Because
they didn't put that in the new ones, the remakes?
I don't think so. Like it's just still single player. Like I don't understand, because that's the thing that while I tried to get into the skater scene, I just have terrible balance, no memes. Like I could never skate well. Yeah. But I always loved the community around skating. And whenever you like are in a community of skating, like you go to a skate park, what you see is like a ton of people at the same time like skating together and like just having a good time. That would make so much sense in a multiplayer aspect. Right. Like while it would probably be a little bit crowded, like just make it so it's like, 20-person lobbies, and then those 20 people have like this map of a skate park that they can all skate around with. They can get off their boards, walk around. Hell, make it like Underground style where you can like swing your board at people and like fight if you wanted to. Yeah. No killing, obviously, just like knock a guy out like as like a meme.
I think that would be fun. I think
that would just be a good time.
There's potential to discover in that. Like you could make it a thing.
Then I would love to see that if there was like they could do some like cartoony shit too, where you could do like co-op moves where it's like you guys both do a trick up in the air and then like midair switch boards with each other and then land on the other side.
That would be dope.
That'd be some cool shit.
Someone from them Tony Hawk games are gonna hear that and be like, write it down, like switch boards in air.
Do like an alley oop with like a fucking like a skateboard. Like you launch off a ramp with one board, and then your buddy tosses you another board while you're up in the air. You grab that one, and then you land with that one while he takes the other one and does a trick somewhere else.
Chris is going to come back next week. Like, so I've been hired by Activision
to
design the next.
I think it's a cool idea. It would be cool. Like all these like old games that just died for no reason. Even with Tony Hawk coming back this year, like in my eyes, while it was a great reboot, and I didn't necessarily buy it or play it. Like I saw a lot of the stuff. Those weren't my Tony Hawk games. Like Underground was my shit. I loved that one with like the story that was going on. Like you had to like rags to riches pretty much and become like this big time skater while also like competing against your rival at home that used to be your friend but left you behind.
It's Pokemon.
Yeah, straight up. Do Pokemon online. Do
there you go.
Pokemon Arceus, but actually online.
That would be all right. Yeah. That'd be kind of crazy.
They kind of did it with Sword and Shield, where you like turn your online function on, and then like other people's like avatars will be in your world, like walking around. But I don't think it's like live, where it's like people are actually like riding their bikes and shit.
That would have been dope.
Yeah, do that with Arceus. Fuck it.
Because that was about to be my next suggestion. Yeah. I could see a game like those throwback Final Fantasy games. Like imagine playing Final Fantasy 7, but it's online. So someone like Barrett is your friend playing from home.
Oh, that'd be dope.
So in battle, y'all can be on a headset, and he can be picking his attacks. He's picking his attacks. You can be like, "Yo, I need health." He'll heal you. I think that would be. I think they should do something like that. I'm almost surprised there isn't. I know there's live games. I know Final Fantasy 14 is the one that's always online.
14, yeah.
But I want to see a straight up turn-based game. You're both going through this story together.
That'd be cool.
That would be dope.
Getting in random battles together.
That'd be
and
dope.
then planning out your attack on this boss.
On that one boss, yeah. Where you only have control of the one character while the other
And
person
it's not like
controls
Final
your own.
Fantasy VII Remake. You're not both running around it attacking. No. It's like a turn-based multiplayer
Like you do this,
game.
I do that. You can
Yeah.
combine attacks and do stuff like
Right.
that. That'd be dope.
We got all the ideas.
I think the last few, if I were to mention some, just for like big mentions, would be like Power Stone, Jet Set Radio, and then
Oh, Jet Set Radio would have been fire.
yeah, like Jet Set Radio would be fire, and I think that would be really it. Like the big two that I would really want would be those three. Well, the big three that I would really want would be those, like Metal Slug, Jet Set Radio, and Power Stone.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any like Nintendo games that would be good like that. Because like obviously you can't do it with Mario because it's not everybody's gonna play Mario.
You can have Mario. You can have
but that's not.
Duck Hunt. Will be amazing to have over online.
Duck Hunt?
Yeah, that'd
How
be
would you
fun.
play that online though?
Are your friends the ducks and you're just shooting them?
No, you can have one person be the dog that messes you up.
But the dog
messes
doesn't mess
The
you
dog
up in
helps
Duck
you.
Hunt.
Oh, it helps you. Like, you're right.
No, the dog's not even in the original Duck Hunt. He's just there. He's just an antagonist. Like
Oh,
I thought
he like does
riles
things
up
to
the
like.
ducks to fly away. That's
the
what,
dog in the beginning animation to Duck Hunt. The dog runs and he jumps in the grass. He's the one that scares the ducks up into the air. But he doesn't you don't control that. It's just an animation that happens.
Oh.
The only control is you shooting the ducks.
I can see
I mean,
like
you can have multiple people play the shoot up. Like,
You just have to add double the ducks and then see whoever gets hit.
Double
yeah,
the ducks.
Do it. Double the duck, man.
D2 double the ducks.
Yeah.
the mighty
That's
ducks.
what it could be.
D2.
That's what it would be called.
Double the mighty ducks.
Yeah, that's what it would be called. There you go.
Quack.
D2 quack.
Quack. Quack.
Exactly.
Nobody's gonna join it. Okay, cool.
I was doing it.
You were
I was
late.
just gonna jump
You
I
were
was
late.
doing it. I caught
No,
on.
Emilio Estevez and I are going off to get some coffee. We're
Fine.
having a great
Emilio
time.
Estevez shouldn't be in my fucking house.
Damn.
I didn't invite you to this.
All right. Well,
Oh,
thank
man.
you for great questions this week.
Yeah.
We got 2 from Lucas and then 1 from Kev that were very great. And
Yeah, it was great, man.
TMNT is coming, man. That's
Oh,
that's the hypest thing of this week.
I am ready. I am so ready.
It is, man. I can't wait. That's all I keep saying about this
Yeah.
game. Is I can't wait.
Did we get? Did that video have a release date on it? I don't remember.
No,
No,
there's no
no.
release date.
Did it say this year at least or
No, it
No,
said
it
nothing.
didn't say anything. I think it was just.
They just showed the game title and then the companies who made it at the bottom. That's it. But
All right. Well,
yeah.
that has been an episode of the Save Before Quitting podcast. Thank you to the people who have sent us questions. If you'd like to send your own question for us to bitch about Destiny's Child, you
Or
can do
reply
so by sending it at our Gmail, Save Before Quitting, fully spelled out, at gmail.com. And if that's too confusing for you, you can reach out to us over on Twitter and Instagram and all the other fun social places like Twitch and TikTok with the tag Save the letter B, the number 4 quitting. And there's a new YouTube video that just came out this week. We got part 3, which is the final episode of the second game of Mario Party that we played with Yuki. You can go check that out and then check out her channel at Adulting Life with a Y. I'm not sure what's coming out Wednesday. I think it's another Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, another part of that. So that'll be up on this Wednesday, the day before this comes out.
I'm beginning to feel like nothing matters in that game too.
It's a good episode. Yeah.
After the last rope encounter you had.
Check out that comeback episode because it's pretty fucking good. Where Ant's just, it's Jedi Falling Order. I don't know if you noticed that in the title.
I did, and now that you say it, I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I did that. I did that thing.
All right.
But yeah, check that out. We're back with Jedi Fallen Order. We've got like 4 or 5 episodes recorded, pretty much ready to go. We'll hopefully finish that soon, and then move on to something else most likely, and then probably some TMNT things coming at you next week.
We got to celebrate the right way.
Yes, and other than that, go follow us everywhere. And shoot us a question. I have been Chris.
I've even also been Chris. I've been Ant.
And I've been Nico.
And that is it.
No, that's not it.
That is it.
We have.
I quit.
All right. Well,
I didn't save and we lose. Shit.
Your ass quit in the beginning of the show.
quit, yeah.
My ass is still quitting on me.
All right. Well, for everybody out there, what do you really should do?
Well, everybody out there who's not immediately quitting.
You should save before quitting.
Ducks.
It's quack, dude. It's fucking
It's quack.
It's fucking quack.
You messed me up, too.
All right, but save for quitting. End the
Bye.
show.
No, just quit after that. Fucking
Quack.